can also put health, AC, and movement on tokens.
All right. So since let's see. Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, and I uploaded the token I wanted in Discord.
Oh, what looks like a beard, by the way, is actually a shadow.
It's a beard.
Okay. So we are going to start because we only have a limited amount of time. Yada yada yada. So a little background here. We talked about who's going to be what, and I don't remember everybody's names and everything.
Well,
So
we should meet each other anyway in game because I have no idea who any of your names are.
well, we're going to start this way. Um. mm, well, hold on, Lucas. You and Julian's character. We're gonna link up, right?
Yeah.
Whoa, you're huge.
No, it's your map's not really blown up very
Yeah,
well.
your map is small.
Hold on.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of you can't.
There you go.
Oh. Whoa, I'm small.
Also, the map's on the token layer.
No, the map's not on the token layer, is it?
Yeah, it is.
I can't grab it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you won't be able to grab it because the GM will
No,
put it.
no, the map and background is showing up on the map and background layer.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Is anybody
Yeah.
else getting a really,
Oh, because the
really
grid's
high
not
pitch?
showing through. That's what it is.
Yeah, I don't have the grid on it. The
Is
grid's
any-
not turned on.
Is anybody
We don't
else
really
get-
need-
Okay.
Need it for much. Hmm?
Is anybody else getting like a really, really high pitched squeal coming through?
No.
Like
Mm-mm.
when Zero talks, I think it's like a really, really, really high pitch, like not like a squeal, I should say, but it sounds like
I'm getting
like
a
a
little
scratch.
bit of feedback, but nothing bad.
Okay, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm a headset. I don't know. It's just there's like a really sharp sound coming through.
Could be your
Well-
head. It could be. It could be getting feedback from your
What about
headset,
now?
right? It could be.
It's
just
only when his
feedback a bunch.
when he's has his thing, the green lit up on his though.
Who's Zero?
Julian, I believe.
Mm.
I mean, it's not like the end of the world. I was just wondering if anybody else is getting.
Can you guys hear me?
Ow! Wow, that hurt. Sorry. The louder he is, the louder it gets. So. Don't seriously. I'm gonna like knock.
That was so mean.
Sorry, man.
Okay, so you guys are gonna have to bear with me. So the basic idea is there's this town, and it's near the borderlands, and it's small. It's a little tiny village, but it has a tower that's been there since before anybody moved into this area. Nobody knows how long, and nobody's been able to get into it. There's been no entrance. There's been like some weird magical stuff. The church has sent people out to it several times, but eventually, after 50, 60 years of trying to figure out what it was, since there's really nothing there except this tower, everybody just sort of blew it off and quit caring about it. And that was until about a week and a half ago. And a week and a half ago, lights started showing up there. And, of course, people went out, trekked around, didn't see anything, couldn't get past it. The lights kept appearing. Small villagers, they're superstitious. They're, there's like got one or two people who understand magic in town, not much else, and everything. So of course, the whole thing becomes an issue and problem for the church. And so the church decides to send out people to investigate. That's where you guys all come in. Trying to remember what everybody's names are.
Mine is underneath in the D20, in the roll 20 thing.
Oh, okay. So you got it down there. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Avamir, Avamir,
Avirn.
Avirn,
Yeah.
Vir.
of
Okay.
Nern.
There, I put mine on
Oh,
too.
okay. It looks like an M. My eyesights are going
Yeah,
out.
it
It's like,
does look like an M. It's weird like
you
that.
hear me? Okay.
Yeah,
Avenir
actually.
is um there already has been church officials sent out to the site, but Avenir and um Owen have been tasked to go out there and provide backup support with the other church official who's sending out, putting backup support in quotes. I they're not really sure what's going on out there with the official they sent out, and so they want you to double check them. Um,
Terrific.
yeah. Um, is it Theodore? Theodore?
Theodore, yeah.
Theodore has been hired basically by the church to provide any sort of wilderness support out there because you do know the area. You are a ranger out in the far reaches of the colonies. And, of course, they're going to need somebody possible tracking. They don't really know. They don't know what's going to go on, but they have you on sort of like a support retainer type thing. You're
Sounds
one
like
of
a
the
good
ones.
addition.
Yeah. And then they ship out um, Sylvia.
Mm.
Well, Sylvia actually shows up after everybody else has shown up in the town, got settled into the main inn. Um, and so let's just go and describe each other's characters as we go in, and just so we have an idea of what everybody looks like. Like I said, you have to bear with me. I haven't played in a while, so I'm getting back into the swing of things.
There you go.
I don't. I don't seem to have a token.
I don't.
You
Yeah.
don't have a token?
I don't have a token either.
No.
Well, I
I
guess.
I uploaded a picture of what I'd like in Discord.
And just is it the same
Um,
picture
go to
as?
your character sheet and hit edit, and then where it says avatar,
Oh, I
put
see
in.
your character.
And then you can drag it. Once you got it uploaded, you can drag it right off the character
Yeah,
sheet
you
onto
can
the
drag
game.
it
Oh,
right onto the
I
map.
have that one as
I
like
would
a regular
suggest doing an
portrait.
overhead one just because it looks better.
Yeah, I uploaded one
He's-
to
Opposed to just
Discord.
like a
Yeah,
page
he's
floating
he's
around.
got an overhead one. Give me a second here.
It's not what I'd prefer, but it works for now.
Which one?
It's the blonde guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my guy's supposed to be a little darker than he is, but that's alright.
Yeah, it's okay. It's a little tiny picture on a page. We don't really need to.
Right.
I am angry and upset.
But he's
I-
supposed to look constipated.
Okay, it does look slightly constipated.
I mean, consternated. My bad.
Okay. So who has tokens on here? Well, not that I'm really worried about tokens right now. I put your token into the image gallery of mine. Let's see. Oh, hold on a second.
He's on the board.
See on the
Oh.
board?
Wait, which one are you talking about?
Yeah, there he is. He's on the board now.
Yeah.
I think I just have to assign him.
Oh, the pointing guy.
Yeah, hold on. There you go. You should be able to control him now. And do we have a... Oh, put that other one on there too. What a deal. So, anyway, it's about early fall. You're in the standard temperate region. And it's sort of rainy. It's icky. It's overcast always. And the first people who arrive in town, of course, is the ranger, because he's the closest nearby. So Theodore shows up in the village. And what do you look like? So we have an idea.
Well, let's see here. Theodore is 25 years old. He's 5'6", 140 pounds. So he's rather slim. Uh, his eyes are dark green. His skin is dark tan. And he's got brown hair. He looks woodsy. He looks like someone who comes from the woods, and he looks like he spends a lot of time in the woods. You can also see the edge on his nerves from being in any form of town or city. Oh,
Okay. Well, when was the last time you took a bath?
he keeps clean just in a way that would be odd to other people. He's learned through nature other ways to get clean. Like he uses water, but he'll use mud for soap, things like that. So he keeps clean. It's just he's not king lordly bath clean. You know what I mean? But he's definitely not bum on the street stinky either.
Okay.
Because he's a woodsman, so he's got to keep himself smelling woodsy.
Woodsy.
Okay. For prey,
Okay. Okay.
I guess you could say he smells like an oak tree.
So like a little pine freshener in a car
That's
window.
what my mother used to say back in the day. He smells like the out of doors.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just like I said, or just imagine he's a hunter. This is what he does.
Yeah. No. I'm
He
just.
doesn't want to carry animals and stuff, so he's going to keep a certain smell
like
about
the
him.
forest.
Yeah, I'm
Pine
just.
fresh.
Like I said, I'm just trying to get a little flavor here on your character, so we have.
Yeah, he would be kind of like if I had to describe the way he would seem in town, he would be like Strider. Very kind of in the shadowish, not really out. Not really much to draw attention to himself.
Mm-hmm.
That's because towns are like he can't stand population. He's not used to it. He'd rather be in the woods. He'd rather be out with animals. They're more sophisticated than people.
Okay. Well, that makes sense and everything. So, like, when you get to town, what's the first thing you do?
Well, I've been hired to do a job, so I'm trying to find the people to escort.
Okay. Well, the first people you find are the two people from the church that already are there. One of them appears to be a fairly haughty elf being. I don't know if you can see that or not.
I can't see much anything.
Should have been a character. Oh, you should be able to look and see. There's two characters that you see.
I've returned.
You have returned. Okay,
I've
good.
returned.
That's a good.
Or are they on my list? No, okay, never mind.
They should show up on your list now, since you've been shared out. But I can do it this way if they haven't been shared out properly. Let's do this.
Are these NPCs?
Yep.
Okay.
Just give me a second. You gotta. It's the one thing is you have it all set up and then you have to set it up again.
Okay, so
Everything.
the one that's got short white hair.
Yeah, you see
And a
them
monk.
now? Yep. You see the two of them now? Everybody can look at them. There should be another one. Eric
I
and
don't
Dell.
see anything here.
You don't
I
see
just
it.
see church people. One of them.
You see
Uh,
church
where
people?
are they?
Under your handouts for your character sheet,
Oh,
it just
wow,
says I just
that's
got one person.
awesome.
Well,
Wow,
it's
this
awesome.
is-
Well, regardless, I'm gonna approach whichever one I see first, and with a not meaning to be rude, but not really caring at the same time. He kind of snarls his nose up like he smells something funny, and he goes, "Clergy." You must
That's
be the one I'm looking for.
That's okay. The Eric looks and snarls his nose up and says, "Woodsy."
Well, I mean, you would being the hunter, I would smell the incense and all the junk that you know. I would smell all that.
Well, no, I mean, and he understand. He obviously has like a very haughty attitude. Um,
Oh,
it's
great.
yeah, yeah, and the um, let's see. Do you see both of them, right?
No, I still only see the one picture, so.
If you click under the hand thing where it says church people, there should be a little folder list that says um, church agents. Do you see that one?
Nope, I just got.
Oh, it might not be shared with you. That's why. Okay, church people. Let me put the other one in there too, so you can see.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I just got the monk chick.
Here, we'll do this real quick. See, there's a button that says show to players on the characters. When I click, oh, see, there it is. Did it pop up?
Hold on. Yep.
Hmm?
Yep.
Do you see that?
Still not seeing it.
That's weird because I'm signed in as a player on another screen. And it popped up for me. Did anybody else have a pop up on their screen?
What, the church people?
I did not.
No, of the character.
No.
There's another character.
I see
That's
church people, but
No,
not
I
church
just see
agents.
church people.
What you
That's
can
okay.
do is just go in and set it to where we can see it in
Yeah,
our, but not
yeah,
where we
but
can
yeah,
edit it.
I'm doing that right
Oh, there
now.
we go.
Oh, yeah, now I can
Church
see it.
agent.
Now it showed it. Okay.
Okay, so yeah,
Americans.
That's probably why.
I'll just set it so you guys can view them for now and everything. But they're the two people that are here with the church. They've actually been here for about a week. They're out here fairly quickly. They also have the Lisum doesn't really talk to anybody, from what you can tell. Um, so you're hanging around the end for probably about a day or so, uh, Theodore, trying to chit chat with people. And both of these guys pretty much ignore you. I mean,
Yeah.
you're getting paid, so what's it really matter in your mind?
No, I'd rather not
Um,
talk to them.
yeah, and basically you're getting your expenses paid and a couple silver on the side, you know,
Yeah.
to sit around and wait for more information because they're waiting for some sort of um, they want to make sure that there's nothing bad going to happen to the village, but at the same time they don't want to just truck out of the woods with just the three of you.
So are we sitting in
And
the end?
yeah, you're hanging out the only inn in town, pretty much.
All right. I grab out my pipe and light some old Toby.
Okay.
What
And
I do when I'm bored.
after about 2 days of sitting around in this constant drizzle and the overcast and everything like that, two other church people show up, Owen Dane and I mean not Owen Dane, yeah, Owen Dane and how do you say that again? Avenir,
Avirn.
Avirn,
It's like Avir with an N at the end.
Avirn. Okay,
How
so
old are you, Avir?
22.
Okay, we are constantly arguing on the way here.
Why would we be constantly arguing? That's rude.
Because I know.
Truth.
I'm
Well,
not
my
an
character is not
arguer.
very easy to get along with. He's very young and green. Like, you know what I mean? Very.
Well, why don't you describe your character then?
Avir can go first.
Well, you're the one that's young and green.
All right. So, Owen is let's see. Let me get this picture up. He's a young guy. He looks around 16, 17 years old. He's got black hair, very fair skin. He's wearing like this very well-fitted chainmail, and on either side of him are two long swords. Yeah, he's got like this constant like awkward expression on his face, and he's always looking around and never really paying attention. Uh, and he's got brown eyes. That's about it. Yeah, pretty
So
much
what?
the tip.
No, go ahead. Pretty much the typical.
Yeah.
No, the typical what?
Oh, typical kid.
Not typical.
Is it
So what's
noble?
for?
Looks like the kind of squire type, you know. Like
The typical kid does not have long swords strapped to his belt.
typical squire.
So what type of things are you arguing about?
oh, I don't like walking this long, and like, why do we have to walk here? Why do we have to do this? Why can't I
Oh,
just stay at the
oh,
church?
a bunch of complaining.
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh
okay.
boy.
Eh, what? Okay, let's throw some angst in there too. Okay.
I'm about to introduce you to the old Toby.
Okay, Avenir. So you're obviously traveling with this, and it's not just always walking. There's coaches that run between towns and everything, and
Of
so
course.
you're coming in from one of the coastal towns because you you're not very high up, Avenir, but you do work for people who are fairly high in the organization who see you as an up and coming star type thing in the political process,
Mhm.
provided you play your cards right and such. And so this is a fairly this is a issue that's dealing with an ancient tower that existed before any of you were even here, and the potential for reclamation of artifacts that are beyond what have been created by people in this world is highly. It's a very good. Um, how would you put it? It'd be a very good pin in your shirt if you manage to come back with something really, really impressive.
That makes fine sense.
And the person that you're working for, that you're underneath, would definitely enjoy having something really, really impressive handed to him so that you could get the pin in your shirt.
Of
And
course.
he would have a little bit more power, depending on what it is, or more political credit, depending on how you present it.
Hmm.
It's also a problem because these villagers, and most people live in the colonies, are fairly suspicious because they do get attacked by unknown creatures and things like that. And so rumors abound about entire villages being wiped out and such. And so not only is this a chance for you to make inroads into the church by coming up with a series of magical artifacts that's important and everything, but it also gives you a chance to appear to be the hero to a small population and
Right.
start garnering a reputation along that line. Oh, well, he came to town and saved us and everything.
Right.
Of course, you are coming out to a town and you have the potentiality for stepping on toes, and this is very well pointed out to you as well. That, the person who's out here is fairly well respected in certain circles, and in other circles, he's pretty much despised. Um, but at the same time, you have to be
So run of the mill politics.
right, right, right. And but it's a run-of-the-mill politics with a potentially very deadly, dangerous um, situation that's completely unknown about what's going on.
Understandable.
So that being said, while you guys are traveling in round to this town, why don't you describe yourself
All
to us
right.
a little bit too?
So, Viren, you can call him Avi, by the way, if you are so inclined. Um, is 5. What did I make him? 5'10", 5'11", somewhere around there. Mid height, middle build. Uh, dark brown hair, blue eyes. Um, is a uh, is a logically thinking character. Listens to reason over emotions. Likes to be a voice of balance, and generally does not enjoy rash emotions.
Okay. So how are you taking traveling with this kid that they sent
Um,
along with you?
I'm
well,
sorry, someone's at the drawbridge
there.
back.
Here's a question: have I traveled with him before?
No.
No, I have not. So I would just tell him to be patient, and we will reach our destination soon enough.
I've been patient for too long.
It seems as though you have not been patient for very long at all.
What has it been, like an hour?
It takes you about 3 days to travel in from where you are.
Oh God, what has it been? Like 3 days?
Yeah, so it's been about 3 days worth of travel. You
Yeah.
It
finally
has.
arrive.
But
You finally arrive at the inn. Again, the roads are muddy. During the journey there, on one of the coaches you were on, one of the wheels snapped in a rut. You had to help with the repair and to get back on the road, and that was a hassle and a half and ate up half a day.
So I
Plus, it
am
got you
definitely.
really dirty, a lot
So
muddy.
I'm muddy, dirty, and sweaty. Perfect.
And
So
you've
I'm
been,
very
and
upset.
yeah, and you've
and
been that way for about
angry.
a day and a half.
When we finally get to the end, I let out like a really deep sigh, and I just look over to Avi. Like this is like this huge like angst that's on my face, and I'm just like I just let out another sigh and I say, "We're finally here, Mr. Politician."
Yes. What? I'm not a politician.
He's a priest.
I don't
Mr.
involve myself
Priest.
in politics as little as I can afford. Now let's find the church so we may get acquainted with those of this town.
All right.
Now, the church doesn't actually have a place in this town that's officially set up and
Oh,
functioning.
there is no divine area or
Not
anything.
yet. Not yet. It's one of those ones where no one's actually sure what happened to the last um, temple, church, whatever you want to call it, that was built. Other than it sort of went up in flames.
Oh,
So, so nobody's really positive, what could have caused it. There's a lot of rumors and suggestions, but that was like 3, 4 years ago, and it's just taken a long time to get somebody out here to focus the funding on it. Taxes raised, resources brought in, things like that. And so it's like it's not that high on their priority list.
okay. I
Surviving is
see.
more surviving is more high on their priority list.
I can understand that. So
And this
where do
isn't a yeah, isn't a rich. So you go to the inn just like everybody else.
right?
You
So where
know.
do the clergy hold themselves up in the inn?
Yeah,
So
they've holed themselves up in the inn right now. If you look at the map there, you see the map there. It's fairly small. And that's the entire town. And there's a tower that's being constructed on the far side of the
I
town.
see that all the way to the south.
Yep. And that seems to be being constructed by a couple. Um, how'd you put it? There's as you ask around town, and as Theodore already knows, that there's a appointed mayor or mayoral staffing type thing, like assigned judicar of the area. So um, one person, and there's a mage that's attached to it. And so basically, they're in the process of currently building um, good enough accommodations for the higher politicians who are going to govern the area.
Okay.
Unfortunately, they don't tend to be here hardly ever because the tower's still under construction
Right.
and they're just a little bit too big and too good for that.
Yes. And it seems as if this town has very little significance.
Yeah, it's a little tiny farming community that's out here. Um, they were a lot of people trying to, as you talk to people, there's a lot of people trying to get away from, uh, how would you put it? Trying to get away from, um, just general pressures of society. I owed a lot of money to somebody,
Right.
so
or
this is a
Payment of
theocracy,
sorts.
right?
well, no, it's the church is part of the council that
Oh,
runs it all. They're not the So the council is actually split up amongst all the different societies: the dwarven society, the humans, the halflings, and everything. And they each have representation on a committee type thing, a council, and they pass laws and stuff like that. And so the colonies, though, are like a melting pot of everybody. There's no elf elvish holdings in the colonies. There's no human holdings in the colonies. It's all one big conglomerate of people in charge. And
Okay.
so the church actually has more control over this stuff in the colonies than the other groups do because they're not a specific race. They're not a specific culture. The church is a cult is an organization that spans all cultures and encompasses all cultures. So the
Okay.
church has managed to get more power.
So those who identify with a race rather than anything else are more of a faction than anything.
What was that again? I'm sorry.
Those who make alignments based on race are more of a faction than anything.
Right, right. And they basically rule their areas of the world with an iron fist easily. It's
Right.
the problem is once you get into the colonies, yeah, you have areas of cities that don't hold people accountable. So like Salt Marsh, which is one of the big cities on the coast and everything. Um, there are elvish embassies. There are human culture embassies because the humans have their own cultures in and amongst
Hmm.
themselves, but they act as like embassies in the town. They don't set who the mayor is. They don't set who the political staff is and who
Hmm.
governs the area. That's set by the council as a whole. And
Right.
since the one organization on the council that is basically all encompassing of all the different societies, they have a lot more say than you would think.
Hmm.
And they're a lot more proficient at politicking than. And which is why the church, while it was originally designed to be a religion that encompasses everybody's beliefs and integrated everybody's beliefs, much like the Catholic Church did with the pagans, where they took the pagan gods and folded them under the Catholic Church as saints and everything. Initially, that was designed to make sure that everybody worked together, but it's turned into its own political entity in and of itself.
Okay.
And
So
so,
would it be safe to say that that those in these almost haven-like sort of border communities that they feel more distrust for the government than anything for the council and the church?
yes, for several reasons. One is the simple fact that they probably aren't very high on the popularity list of the
Right.
citizens of the country anyway. That's just
Right.
why
And of
they're,
course, many of these are runaways, as you said.
or they're people that just don't see a future in the city and they want to strike out like pioneers or whatever,
Yes.
move further inland. They see the potentiality of
So
finding
regardless, life with the council was not for them, for whatever reason.
life within the confines of that
Right.
society. Some of them miss that. Some of them miss that. Plus, the other thing about the council and everything is the fact that these people out here don't get that much support from them.
Hmm.
As an example, the church up here on the small hill right here, see, right
Oh, the
there,
helipad?
yep, that up there
It's a
actually
helipad.
it's half burned down and nobody's bothered to repair it because the church just can't see spending a bunch of money on fixing it up right
This is
Right.
tall
now.
right here, right?
When
This
it
right here.
holds so little
Hmm?
importance anyway.
No, no, up here in the upper right hand corner.
It's the helipad, the big H.
Uh,
Yeah. This down here is going to be the governor's or mayoral or whatever you want to call it, basically to oversee and make sure taxes are collected. And they're putting them in place because of the tower. Um, because whenever you have an artifact like that, whenever you have something that's existed for forever like that, and um, there's always the potential.
Ooh,
See that?
tower.
There's always the potential since it's been here since before the village was even around by who knows hundreds of years. Who knows? There's there's always the thing of there could be amount of money, there could be treasures, there could be unknown devices, who knows? And when the town was built, it actually was built around this area, but nobody could ever figure out how to get into the tower. It had a window. And they could get in. Some people got in, but there was nothing in there. It was completely empty. And other people couldn't get in. There was no outside door. There was like a window at the higher level.
Okay.
But recently, lights have started appearing in the window or on the top. No one can really tell, which is why the renewed interest of the church.
Right.
Now, the church was already planning on moving out this area anyway, which is why they started building this tower to house these people because taxes were pretty lax in coming from here, so they want to put something out here. But the churches, for some reason, started building or acquiring or taking over more ancient fortifications farther out in the borderlands and across the place. For some reason, nobody knows why. You don't even know why. But like any of these far-reaching towns, the church is starting to make more of a almost military presence with the council. So something to keep in mind that's in the background right now.
Okay.
So as you get into the town, you of course meet Eric, Indel, and Leisum, and they're obviously from a different branch of the church than you. Um, the you are working for a higher up, mostly on the sly type thing. You're like more like an internal investigator for a specific individual.
I'm an agent.
So you're an agent for a specific individual. This guy is basically like a field agent.
Which
I
one is
mean,
this, Eric?
Eric, yeah, Letham is much like how Owen is to you. She's protection,
Okay.
but Eric is much more a field agent. Um, he usually has a group of like 3 or 4 people working with him, and of course, you question him about that, and he's like, "Well, one of them had to travel back, and one of them went missing, which is why we're still out here. Um, we're not sure what happened." And he's really quite tight-lipped about anything beyond that, as you question in that area.
I'm gonna
You,
tell him he looks weird and old.
I
he just
suggest you hold
rolls
your
his.
tongue, young
He
one.
just Yeah, that's a good thing. He just rolls his eyes at you and continues to talk to
I
you.
apologize for the gentleman behind me.
Why do you
He
have to
is not
apologize? It's
the
true, isn't it?
Obviously, he
regardless
is.
of whether it is true or not, it is inappropriate to say in this situation. You must find reason.
He just sighs heavily. He acts like what's his name? He acts like Owen didn't say a damn thing, and he continues to talk to you about the situation at hand.
Thank God.
He can tell he already doesn't like you in the first place, and he definitely doesn't even accept the other guy as being anything. So, um,
I just look at it like awkwardly and confused because like I don't feel like I did anything wrong.
As I look
you
on
can feel free to
awkwardly and
beat him later.
confused because I feel as though somebody, as though something has gone horribly wrong.
As you're standing there listening to him talk behind you, and the other guy ignore him, you're starting to wonder whether or not your boss sent him along as cannon fodder or not.
I wouldn't wonder that. I would wonder why he sent someone so green along with me because this seems like a relatively sensitive mission.
Yeah, but you always have a red shirt on an away team. So,
He's a redshirt freshman. I like it.
yeah, you know, there are church people, and then there are church people you can't live without. So, okay, that's a good thing to know.
Is
There
that a slash me type thing?
is that what?
Is that like a slash me?
Yeah.
Slash EM emote.
Yeah, it's backwards. It's weird.
Slash em?
Yeah.
EM for emote.
Oh, very cute. Okay, continue.
Okay, so anyway, so Eric is pretty. I mean, the basic conversation is that Eric doesn't see any real use for going to the tower, but because he's already been up there, they didn't find anything from what they said. Um, the night that it happened and the next day it happened, before Theodore got into town. Um, so he's like, he was told to stay here. He's waiting for information on what to do. Communication should be forthcoming from some council representation of some sort within the next day or so, and he says that we're not going to do anything at all until that comes in. Was there any questions that you wanted to bring up to him? Or?
So while we are waiting, what is there to do in this town?
Drink, watch it rain.
Ah, all the
Oh,
amenities.
you dragged me along to sit here and bore to death.
What's the legal drinking age around here?
Whenever your parents let you.
All right, kiddo. You're in for a treat.
If he's talking about drinking, I kind of prefer like I already drink. Trust me, not
Well,
that green.
drinking is always a treat, young one.
Uh,
And you seem
Okay.
like you need it. We've had a long voyage.
oh yeah, I do.
Which direction? I think I'm facing the wrong way. There we go.
It's another day until the next coach arrives, which actually contains the person that Eric is waiting for, and by proxy, you guys are waiting for, and that's Sylvia. So, Sylvia, want to describe yourself as you get out of the coach as it finally pulls up in the rainy mud?
Well, if you click on that link I
Muddy
put,
street.
there's a picture of her right there for the physical part. As for personality-wise, she would step out of the cart, and you'd see her with an absolutely dead serious expression on her face, like no really kind of fascination at anything. She kind of like looks around, almost looking like she's kind of like bored or just unimpressed
Stoic.
by anything.
Stoic, I think, is the word for it.
Yeah, and so,
Aloof.
yes,
Aloof.
and as when she speaks, her voice is always very flat. Just everything is just like this, So like, what are you doing, kind of thing.
Monotoned.
Yeah,
Like
it's
that.
monotone, but more not so much the monotone, so much as like a blasé kind of thing, like just like, ugh,
Oh.
kind of. So, it's very clear that she
Now,
has a noble background.
Is this coming from a place of superiority or a sense, or
She has
or
a
place
noble.
of boredom?
Well, I mean, it depends on if you want me to just tell you her whole history, or if you want to figure it out as we go.
Well, I'd have to figure it out. He has to ask you to find out.
Yeah, so you don't know. So, but it's clear that she's got. I mean, she's got fine clothes on, and she's got like a signet ring on with the crest, so you can tell that she's from a noble house of some sort. But
Okay.
I mean, you wouldn't just by looking at her, you wouldn't know
So
why
it's
she.
both.
But you could speculate all you want, but you don't know why she sounds like that. That's just how she sounds. But she also has musical instruments with her and stuff, so you know that she can. Because my character is a bard, so you know that obviously she can't sound like that all the time, but because I mean, if you were to sing like, "Oh, the wind," like that wouldn't be very
Yes.
worthy. But
Yes.
And Sylvia's been sent out from the Port Town of Saltmarsh with a letter for Eric, because that's what bards have to do, so they have free travel. They have to perform tasks of delivering messages and traveling around to collect information.
So she entered the bar, the inn where we're at.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Because she has a chest, is what she does have a chest. You wanted to pay attention to that chest.
so I have a chat. So can someone please bring this upstairs for me?
The innkeeper has one of the kids struggle with it up the stairs.
Oh, thank you.
It's definitely not something people see all the time from people traveling.
Yeah, it would make more sense to travel lightly.
Please, I've got to have some of my
That was
stuff.
that was that was talking, by the way.
I
That was conversation.
That was conversation.
maybe
Yeah.
normal people, but obviously, if you look at me, I'm not exactly normal, so I'm a little bit above.
What what makes you so different that you must carry a chest? Surely there are more efficient ways of travel.
I'm sure there are, but if I can get away with doing it, why not?
I see.
This lady's strange, man.
Strange.
Hold your tongue. We know nothing about her.
No, she's strange,
And
man.
and I'm whispering, by the way, to
So I'm not
Owen, and
whispering.
it seems as though no, I'm
Eric-
whispering. I whisper to him and say, and it seems as though she wants to keep it that way.
Wait, what'd you say?
I
Eric,
said,
Eric. Oh,
I said it seems as though she wants us to keep it that way, knowing
Eric
nothing about
walks.
her.
Eric walks by you guys. Remember, he's a tall, he's a very noble-looking elf who's obviously very, very serious, and some of the scars on his faces and everything like that. Um, strong odor, clean. I like that. And he walks up and goes, "Lady, do you have the?" He obviously recognizes who you are in terms of your profession and stuff like that. And he's obviously been waiting for a message. And so he says, "Milady, do you have a message for me? I'm Eric of the church,
Yes, of
third deacon."
course. So I pull out the message.
Okay.
I just kind of like hold it between two fingers and just kind of like flip my hand over so it's holding it straight out in my two fingers,
Uh-huh.
so that he can pick it up.
He snatches it in his own way. And then he looks at it to make sure there's seals still on it.
Oh please, I'm not gonna sit there and break the seal. Come on. And if I
It's
were,
just-
you wouldn't have known in the first place.
he glances over across his shoulder as he walks away. Is not very happy at all. And sits down at a far table away from you guys and starts reading the letter.
Oh, we're
So-
sitting down?
Well, I don't. Yeah, I assume you guys were sitting down. Guys, what else are you doing? It's raining and there's like a lot
I
of.
kick
You
my
know.
feet up on the table.
Ugh, disgusting. So I'll go to another one and sit down. I
What
don't
you
know.
say, lady?
I said disgusting.
Your face. And I fold my arms and I grin.
Now you gotta remember, she's absolutely stunningly beautiful too.
Oh yes, she's...
I know. I'm still gonna say it regardless.
So
Nothing
I
bad to
just-
say, so you make something up.
I don't even know what to say. I just stand there with a pained expression on my face. Apologetic and pained.
Can I get some food around here? I want some salted pork.
yes, you can get some food and everything. You've been eating and sitting inside from the rain and walking around the village a little bit in the days that you've been. What are you gonna do, Sylvia? Now that you've come in, you've delivered your message, and your orders are to stay there until you know Eric determines what the next course of action is for everybody. To return with a message, or if you're free to go wherever you want to, he can decide that.
Well, I think first you... I mean, they already brought the stuff up to the room, and so I'd look
Yeah.
around and be like, I mean, whatever food you have, I'll go ahead and have some of that.
Okay. It's not bad food you guys are at. It's starting to get like mid-afternoon. It's a little rainier. And it sort of, the rain sort of tapers off a bit and it comes back, and You're just sitting there. Eric sits over there, reads the letter, thinks for a while, and then he calls Lay over to him and talks to her a little bit. And he sits there for a little bit longer. And he seems like really intense on concentration for a while. And obviously, you guys are bored playing cards, doing anything, because there's nothing much going on. There's a few locals.
I ask Abby if he wants to gamble a little, and I take out some dice and roll them around in my hands.
Well, you find some locals that are actually interested in that and
I
take
want to
you up
gamble
on
with Avi.
it. I'm not sure. He stepped aside, so.
Oh,
I would like to try and get a read on what Owen's deal, in which I mean his opinion of me at the moment.
he's just looking at
Okay.
you grinning.
AKA, I want to roll perception to see what he thinks of me.
Would that be
I don't know if you
perception or
can do that to
insight?
other players.
Yeah. I mean, body language and stuff like that. It's his opinion of what you're going to say. It's not really necessarily what you're really thinking.
Uh,
It's his opinion based upon what he thinks from the body language and everything. It may be accurate, may not be accurate.
I'm essentially attempting to draw a conclusion on your.
It's actually more of an it's more of an insight
Yeah, that's what I was
situation,
thinking.
though, wouldn't you
yeah.
think?
Yes.
Yeah, more of
because-
an insight than perception.
And that
Yeah,
you could definitely can do. So,
Let me just pull up my character sheet because I seem to keep on losing it.
I do like how they can pop those windows out now.
When you open it, if instead of closing it, if you double click the white space at the top next to your name, it'll just minimize it onto the screen, so you can just keep popping it up and down.
Whoa. Is that a real roll?
Yeah, it was 14.
Well, that was a 14. I get a +6 on insight.
Yeah, I know. I saw your +6, so. Wow.
2 is
Well,
just the normal thing, then 4 would be his wisdom modifier.
Am I supposed to say something or something?
yeah, sort of give him an
Well,
idea
just
of what
just
you're.
give me what your character sort of thinks of my character.
I don't really know. Alright, I guess.
First
never really used this role before. I just think you're some kind of priest man. I don't really think that much of you.
You don't think that much of me, or you're indifferent of me. Not thinking much of me means you think I'm sort of useless.
Oh no, I think you're very indifferent. I'm not really like I don't hold you below any like standard, but you're just another guy to me really.
Okay, so it's more of a thing of you don't quite understand me yet. I get it.
No.
Well, you got to remember he works for the church too. But
Right.
he does other things, and so obviously he's looking at you in the sense of yeah, he's just another guy, same rank as me, getting told to go around and do whatever. You know.
Of course.
But I bet you he sees you as like some sort of highfalutin muckety muck who wants to always dot his I's and cross his T's. Whereas he's more of a military sort of, I just need to make
Right,
sure
of course.
people get beat up and certain people don't get beat up. Right?
And
Yeah.
Usually
And-
those with chips on their shoulders, as he had, grow to be very strong warriors. So I do have almost an admiration for him.
Yeah, but he's got a chip on his shoulders and he doesn't know how to shut his mouth.
Right, but hopefully he's as useful in combat as he is useless in diplomacy.
Okay, so
Also, I would like to go up to the bar and order the strongest thing they have that won't kill me. Because it has,
Okay.
despite my patience, it has been a long trip.
it's been a long trip. It's been a lot of waiting around, and you've met several people in the end. You have several families that you've gotten to know in the area.
Anyone of note?
Not in the sense of like, oh, these people stand out or anything like that.
Okay.
It's a lot of farmer communities, and there's small farms around here.
How
But
do they feel about corn?
well,
It doesn't digest.
they have. I mean, like one family has a lot of fruit trees. Cattle. Not many. A couple cows here and there. A lot of chickens, things like that. And if you look at the map there's the tavern that you're in, the big area there, and most of the little shops around it. There's like little tiny stores, but they're not like. There's a blacksmith. There's the blacksmith. Um, there's a blacksmith. There's a tailor. Um, more farm buildings. Some more farm buildings. A lot of barns. There is a money changer in town. And there's a carpenter in town. And there's a brewer in town. So, of course, that's what you're drinking where you are now.
How you know what I'm thinking?
How do I know what you're...
I was reading the chat. He was answering to my thoughts. You know what I'm thinking?
Oh, that was an out of character thing.
Oh,
I
yeah, I know they make
for in character stuff.
Compared to humans, compared to animals, humans use a lot more unnecessary words. It just seems like to him. You gotta understand, he doesn't talk to people. He sees people once, maybe every 6 months. You know what I mean?
Because there are intelligent humans and there are people, and there are unintelligent people.
Yeah, well.
There are those who can understand and those who cannot.
Yeah, but he doesn't get that. He's raised by animals. I really get it. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna just assume you went the Dr. Doofenshmirtz route and got raised by ocelots.
Okay.
I was raised by wolves. I'm just kidding.
No, really, this guy was. I wrote for it.
No,
Well-
I know. I saw.
But no, I mean, I'm just trying to blame like that's he just doesn't understand. He doesn't get it. He's not being mean. You know what I mean? He just doesn't get it.
Right. Now, are you open to learning about the human condition, or are you a little bit narrow-minded in that frame and just sort of go on with the assumption, with the irrevocable assumption that humans are inferior to animals in their ways?
Well, you should go start a conversation with him about that.
Ooh,
This guy
'Cause
smells
that's
like
more
shit.
of a... This guy, what did you just say?
Yeah.
Damn it.
I wouldn't say. I mean, I'll go ahead and give you that much. I wouldn't say that I wouldn't say that he's not open to it. It's just by experience he's jaded.
Understandable.
You know.
It's hard not to be.
Right.
They're gonna... Oh, and they're gonna make you the red shirt. All of them are.
If I see any cute ladies, I'm gonna wink and wave at them, and I'm still dirty. I haven't taken a bath yet.
Already seen one, and you treated her like poop for the minute she came in.
And she's not pretty. She's
Yeah,
blonde.
but she was like high maintenance.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Can I?
That
go
was
up to
freaking.
this?
That was freaking obvious the minute she walked in. She's so high maintenance.
I see that is really strange to this guy because he's used to seeing like commoners. The few humans he does see is like people from these little small villages. Never really seen a noble. You know what I mean? Not up close. So it's really strange. He's like, ooh, she smells clean. It's like a weird smell. He doesn't understand it. It's so, but
I'd like
And
to go
perfume.
up to that weird guy in the corner who is smoking a pipe and avoiding human contact at all costs.
And has for the last day and a half.
Yeah,
That is
I probably
correct.
just like hovering over his table and just like I look at him and I say, "Man, do you smell?"
You were not invited to this.
No, I would have walked over there on like my own
I left you
intuition.
behind to
he kind of slow as you approach
In
her.
fact,
He
I
kind of
specifically told you to stay behind and gave you a gold, 50 silver pieces to do with what you will.
I would have taken the silver pieces, but I definitely wouldn't have followed your order.
Isn't
Thanks,
that kind
man.
of not within your character, though? To be, like, meta speak? Isn't that sort of not within your character to not follow orders?
Not really.
Just
Like
blatant
if like
insubordination.
it would be. It's not like I care too much about being part of the church. They take care of me, so I kind of do what they tell me to do. But nobody here is gonna really be able to enforce me to do like something specific.
You pay him
If
though.
you say so.
You want to put a
I mean,
test of
wait,
the roll to that?
is Avir actually like paying me specifically?
No, he's not paying you specifically. You were assigned to go with him to do this task.
No, I thought he just offered him 50 silver to go do something else.
Yes, it was essentially a bribe to go away.
I'll take it and then I stay.
I would.
I'll
that-
gamble
when,
with it later.
but
He's gonna
this is
punch
something
you.
that my character would have heard, correct?
Yes, it's a
All right.
it's a fiasco
So
over there.
I look over and I'm like, and I'm gonna use my persuasion and be like, oh please, just do what he says and go.
I don't know if
Welcome
that's
to our
like.
life.
Can you actually use persuasion against other players? Because that's kind of like.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
you can use
Yeah.
any ability against anyone at any time.
Well, that's simply like making somebody's character do something that they won't want to do. Like,
That is a good question in terms of play on that one.
so
you
essentially,
can be
what-
like
what
persuasion.
usually,
Okay,
how it
I
usually
want.
should go.
I think
is,
there's a limit to it.
There's a
Yeah,
limit. Like if I said
there-
get like strip naked and give us all your money, like that's something you absolutely would never ever do. But if there's like
You wouldn't do
Yeah,
anything against your moral.
And my character absolutely wouldn't follow what you did either. 'cause
So
he doesn't
so
know.
how it should work out according to the player handbook, and of course this is open to interpretation from the DM, and in fact the DM gets the final decision on everything. The way it essentially works is that if somebody wants to make an ability check and the DM accepts, the DM sort of sets a challenge rating in his own head, and based on the character and being persuaded or whatever, and if it meets the challenge rating, it's a good one, and if it doesn't, it's a bad one. Something that's so utterly ridiculous, like take off your clothes, give them to me, and give me all your money, and go run to the nearest tower, would be a ridiculously high challenge rating that would never happen. And that's sort of the way it's balanced.
unless they happen to roll a natural 20, I guess. But
Right.
It's still like manipulating characters. It's,
No, there comes a point when it wouldn't work at all.
Well, here's the thing about it. Looking at Owen's intelligence and wisdom, I'm not sure where any of this actually would influence him at all from his behavior, which seems pretty accurate.
yeah, like I kind of follow people that would make like.
So it's not so
If
much
she
that he's
asks me
actively
that-
disobeying my order, it's that he's not smart enough to take the hint.
Yeah, that's
It-
pretty
it's
much
kinda
it.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I understand what you mean by the whole persuasion thing and whatnot, but it is.
I'm not
becomes
saying
like
you
like
have
a-
to listen. I'm not saying that it's going
Can
to
I pull,
absolutely
can I
do
pull
it.
young Owen to the side for a second?
Yes, I'm sure you can.
Yeah, I'll let you. what you
I would
doing,
like
man?
to pull you to the side and say that it is imperative in this mission that we make allies, and although your fighting spirit is clear, your diplomatic spirit is not. And I would like to be able to make us some powerful allies that will be able to help us on our quest.
I I look at him. I put a hand on his shoulder, and I look over at the guy who was smoking the Toby. And I say, that guy is not your type. Trust me. This is more my field.
But isn't it better if I find out if he is my type or not?
He's dirty, you're clean.
We're not. If I may interject, we are not particularly clean. We took a long trip through a lot of mud to get here.
And you haven't bathed yet.
We are dirtier than
cleaner
he
than
is,
me.
frankly.
So good. Keep going.
Well, that's not true. You guys have cleaned up pretty good because you have walked around the village a couple times and everything like that. And it's just been rainy most of the time.
Oh,
Oh my
that's true.
God.
We got like a natural car wash.
Not my
Yeah.
guy. He's still sitting in the corner. He hasn't left.
My guy still kind of smells a little bit gamey. He smells like grass.
Alright. If you
But
would like
yeah,
to
yeah,
join me, so be
that
it.
roll you made there, Sylvia. Yeah, he didn't even pick up on that and everything. Like, yeah, Owen just didn't pick up on that conversation, but that's okay because Eric comes over and stands like right behind Owen until Owen notices
Wait,
and
so
is
are y'all
quiet.
hovering over my table at the moment?
Well, now everybody's around your table on
No,
some level.
I pulled him to the side. I pulled Owen way out.
I was about to say, dude, my guy's kid is probably crawling out of his skin right now.
Oh my god, he must be like claustrophobic and everything phobic and
So,
terrified.
so Eric like puts his hand on your shoulder, Javier, and like pushes you slightly towards the table with the guy who smells kind of gamey and like an oak tree, and who's sitting nearby the girl who's massively attractive. And he walks over and sort of gets you guys all gathered around a table over there.
Oh, am I included in this?
Everybody's included, all of
Lovely.
everybody. In fact, he calls the gamey guy to come over too, or he's sitting next to you. Everybody's at their own little table, sort of, but you're like in the middle of a common room type thing. So he goes, okay, so the instructions are as follows for our next tasks. I I am to return as soon as possible to Salt Marsh to give my breakdown of the situation here. Um, Lee is going to go with me half the way, and then she is to meet up with a couple more church agents and come back here to provide support for you. The rest of you are to do an initial scout of the ruins and basically provide safeguards of anything that may potentially attack or accost or anything like that. The town, which obviously nothing's happened recently, and the lights haven't appeared for like the last 4 or 5 days. But just to be on the safe side, we're going to have you basically stationed here to make sure nothing happens. And scout the area, find if there's a way to get into the tower. When Lee shows back up with her additional forces, then hopefully you'll have found some information on how to get into it. We can figure out how to access any information or treasure or stuff that it has.
And
So,
I'd like to
yes.
say to Theodore that he seems to be a man of the wilderness, and I believe that he would be more than capable of leading our group through the forest.
Okay.
I say it
That's
to
what,
him.
yeah. And that's one thing you notice is that Eric is pretty much dismissive of anything you guys have to say and doesn't really care, obviously, about stuff in terms of this conversation. He's like, so me and Lee will leave first thing in the morning, and I would suggest you guys get acquainted with the people of the village a bit better and have some, come up with a plan for scouting around the hill and around the tower and see what potentials.
Oh God.
Okay, Strider. So, any
So
questions about?
It,
He goes, "Is any questions about this at all?"
um, he told us when we leave, right?
What was that?
He told us when we're supposed to be leaving on this, right?
To scout it?
Yeah.
Well, it's like within like a day's walk of the place.
Okay. So
It's
whenever,
not that far away.
right?
It's like
But I mean, like
probably
when we're supposed to start on it.
tomorrow if you want to.
Okay.
says it's going to take at least a week for us to get out there. It's going to take Lee probably about 2 days to get back here with people. So you may want to wait until then. But if you can scout and find, an entrance or a way in or whatever's going on, then when they get back there, you'll have a much better group to determine what's going on. But so that's the situation, and he's pretty much just done with you guys. He does tell Sylvia that she's supposed to remain here, in case something does happen, and if it does, she is to act like a recording mechanism. That's your whole job. You write your stories, you write your songs, and everything, right?
Oh.
And if and according to instructions, if Lee gets back here with her people from the church, then you are free to go do whatever you want to, Sylvia. But because you did come out here and you have the certifications, if you guys go into the tower, then you are more than welcome to come into the tower, and you'll have the same rewards for looking into something that's completely unknown from the past.
And this was if who came?
Hmm?
And this was if who came? You're saying if someone
Wait.
came?
Oh, Lee and her church people. Remember, Lee is going with Eric, the monk, the other church person,
Yes.
the girl.
Yes.
She's traveling with Eric to the previous larger town and coming back with a couple more military church people.
So I have to just sit here and wait around doing absolutely nothing until some person comes back?
So, like I said, when she gets back, you can go ahead and cost the tower, or you can go off and travel and do whatever you want to
But at least
until
until
your
then, you're at least
service
gonna.
is requested.
That
But
perception check, by the way, was to notice Theodore's longing to go outside.
but basically, so at that point, I'd be like, well, I mean, if you're keeping me cooped up in here, at least you're gonna be taking care of everything for me. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Fine.
Talking right now.
these,
Who is this
these
talking?
Eric's like, these delightful accommodations will be totally provided for you.
Look around, and be like, well, I mean, look at this place. It'll have to do.
He says, yes, it will. Nothing else I have to prepare for a journey. Nothing.
Oh.
So he just turns and he doesn't even say anything. He just turns and walks away.
I'd stand up
And
and.
walks up the
Does
stairs.
that-
What
does
time
that
of day is it right
perception
now?
Check on Theodore pass perchance.
Oh yeah. You could. Anybody can look at him and see he's longing to look out the window.
Okay. I'd like to go up to him and ask if he'd like to take a walk in an area less populated than this.
What time of day is it right now, ish?
Should be mid-afternoon, right?
Still raining.
It's getting to be later afternoon, but yeah.
Alright,
But the skies are overcast
When
and
that
it's
hap-
gray.
when that guy's walking away, I'd call out, "Prepare a bath."
There's a lot of confused looks around the place.
What the fuck is a bath?
Like,
without a word or a noise or even a creak of a chair, he stands up and he's to the door before you notice.
And I follow him out the door.
okay.
Notice he has
I look
sort
around
of a
and say,
grace to the way he
shit,
walks.
he's getting away. And I
Theodore,
follow Veer.
do you want to continue our whatever conversation in the chat so that whoever can talk over Discord and we won't all be talking over each other?
Sure.
Excellent.
Okay. So,
I guess I just remain at the table. I kick my feet up, like, finally they're all gone.
a couple of the older guys at the bar want to play in cards. Sylvia, the innkeepers run around and they find some sort of tub type thing, like a metal tub,
Mm-hmm.
and enough hot water.
Like
So
a
that
wash
you-
basin, basically.
Yeah, like a wash basin.
Alright.
And it's about the best you're going to be able to get.
That's fine, as long as I have a private room with a door that locks. I'm good.
Cool.
So my character will go up to bathe.
Okay. It's a pretty mellow night and everything for you. And I mean, are you gonna do anything this evening other than go to sleep? Or
Who, me?
no? I was talking to Sylvia.
That's me.
Oh yeah, I sometimes it's a voice. Anyway, yes,
It's
you.
because I wasn't talking monotonous.
Once you get your bath and everything, what's your plans for the evening?
um, if people are sitting around the common room and talking and stuff like that, I would sit and just listen to them, but just slightly apart unless they try to come up. Then it would depend on what they do at that point. And then when people start going up, that's when I would go up.
That's okay. Actually, several guys come up to you and talk to you about stuff. And so,
Like
is there any
NPCs.
type of information you want to pry out of the locals?
The general situation, like what their take on the general situation that's going on, and what kind of local rumors they may have heard.
You get the basic thoughts are that nobody knows what the lights were from, so everybody's a little bit scared. But that haven't happened in the last 4 days since the church people showed. Well, since the new church people showed up, so they're feeling a little bit more comfortable. That maybe the bigger force, the bigger presence of armed people in town, you know, not i.e. you guys, has scared whatever was causing those things
And
away.
where exactly did the lights come from? Like, I mean, I'm assuming the whole thing didn't light up like a big, glow stick. So
Well, they point up to the tower, which, as you can see from the picture, is it's a fair ways away up on a hill. Um, and they say, well, in the middle of the night, um, it comes from up somewhere around there, and they just move in the general direction where the tower is. And it's like a dull red light, so you can't see anything.
but it wasn't coming out of like windows or something. It was just
You couldn't really tell
general
because
light over there.
it's cloudy and overcast, and you know,
Has anybody
in the middle of the night when it's raining, they just know that there was reddish lights up in that general direction.
I see. But is there anything else? No noises or anything like that? They just
Not that they could tell, but like I said, it's a ways off through the woods,
and so everybody just
But there was a couple guys that went up there the first time
okay.
when
That's
they
what I was
got
about to
here. I
ask.
mean, the first time after the first day, they couldn't find anything. I mean, the tower's a simple round tower. It's just a tower. Looks like it has 3 stories on it, but there's a couple smashed in areas of the walls, and you know, there's no door to it.
Mhm.
It's just a solid stone tower with a couple windows
How high up
close
are the
to the
windows?
top.
Oh, up at the top. How high is the top? About
About 35 feet.
35 feet. I mean, that's
But
easily.
there's a couple windows towards the top area, but
Are
there's
they
no doors, there's no nothing
are they
like
large windows?
that. Yeah, a little bit bigger than archer slots.
That means something that someone could climb in.
Yeah, and they've tried that before.
What happened?
You find that out from talking to the locals. It's pretty funny stories, actually. It's like nobody can get a hand grip or anything
Well, I mean, couldn't they throw up like
on the
some
walls.
kind of a grappling hook or something?
Well, that's they've tried that too, and supposedly one person about 50 some years ago got up to the top of the window and fell or slipped or crawled down the other side and never came back again.
Oh,
And so ever since then, it's sort of got a haunted type reputation. And since the population around here is really, really small, you know, and there was obviously no way, because another person climbed up to the window and looked down, and all he saw was the other guy's body on the ground, there was no floors. It was just one giant empty room for a tower.
And he saw the body.
And hmm?
And he saw the body.
Yeah, he saw the body of the guy who fell out of the window
Oh.
backwards. Maybe he fell. It looks like he fell. It looks like he just hit the floor.
Well,
But you never know.
nobody's ever tried
'Cause,
just like blasting a hole in the wall to go in.
well, I don't. That's a tough one. You might want to. Are you gonna ask around everybody who's in there?
Oh no, just as the people
Or
are talking to
just as a general conversation type stuff.
me. Yeah.
Okay.
Have there been any talks? Have you
Roll a
heard of anything?
persuasion.
All right.
Roll an insight check.
Oh, that was pretty bad.
Okay, roll a persuasion.
That's a lot better.
Okay. So, you manage to talk to a couple people, and you can piece together some things. Like, there was some mages that tried to get into the tower, but this is like 20-some years ago, so nobody remembers, 100% about it. And if somebody remembered properly, there was a big accident which resulted in no damage or harm to the tower, but the mages in question were no longer functioning people. You're not sure if the phrase functioning people meant that they were, like, dead, or whether they just were mentally zapped.
Sounds more like mentally stupid. All right.
But you're not really sure. I mean, you get them to tell you the stories, but piecing them together to get something more concrete than that, that's about all you can do.
Yeah, which is fine.
Other than that, what are you going to do tonight, Owen?
Me?
Sylvia's out there collecting information and getting some ideas. What are you doing, Owen?
I probably would have played cards for a little bit, and then after that, I would have thanked him for the card game. Got a little walk in, looked around, see if anybody needs some help with like some farm work or, just any type of handiwork.
For like later this week when you're like bored out of your skull type thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure a couple people have do it, and a couple people saying, well, get a hold of us in the morning. And now that you know that what's his name isn't going to be around, to make sure that you don't do extra work.
Right.
Because, yeah, it just draws attention, the bad way.
Right.
Right.
After
So,
Go ahead.
so, yeah, a couple people said, yeah, get a hold of us tomorrow. We'll talk about it and everything like that. But it's pretty laid back, easy evening for everybody. Unless anybody's gonna like plans on starting a fight or anything.
One of the things I was going to do is ask how far away that other town was.
The other town?
The one that the people that I have to wait for them to come back.
Yeah. So it's about 20-some miles.
So like basically, it should be back by the next day. Unless something helps them.
Well, it'll probably take a day worth of planning stuff.
Oh, okay.
So it'll take a day for her to get there, barring any exceptions. And then another day to organize stuff. And then another day trip back.
So I'll just be sitting around town, chilling out, and
well,
unless I
going out and scouting the area around the tower too.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And if somebody looks at me the wrong way, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, my day, my night will be spent, my feet kicked up on the table, kneeling back in a chair, probably sipping on some water because I can't drink too much for the days ahead.
Okay. So the night passes. I'm gonna have you guys roll into your little conversation. You can keep talking if you want to, but the next morning comes, and as as Eric and Blair getting their stuff together and getting to the coach and everything like that, there's this huge commotion outside the inn, middle general area here, caused by some local villagers. Um, a little bit of yelling and some almost accusatory tones, but
Mm.
not. So
So this would wake me up.
yeah, it wakes you up
So I,
because it's really early in the morning.
I scoff to
I
myself
guess.
and then I go down to see what's going on.
Yeah, my character would he'd be snoring, still in that position he was in from the late night, and he'd fall back. What? And then fall back. Oh God. He'd stand up and walk out the door to see what was going on.
I'm assuming that
And as I
Avira
walk
is
by and see that, I go, ugh.
you're down with Eric, waiting for the coach with him and getting him packed up at that time, right? Avira?
I think we got into the
Mm,
really into the
Is it
conversation.
Avirne? Lucas?
I'll push to their chat. He's probably caught up in our conversation.
Yeah, Lucas can't hear me. So we'll just take it as read that Lucas is standing there. So this commotion is going on, and it looks like the acting mayor of the town is trying to settle this couple down who seems to be yelling something about their son and everything, or their daughter. And it was
I
like,
wanna.
well, hold on. The few things that you guys pick up from the conversation without even rolling is missing daughter sometime in the night, and what the hell are you guys gonna do?
And who are they yelling
So
at?
we're all back at the end now.
What was that?
We're all back at the end now.
Yeah. We just skipped to the morning from your guys' conversation.
Can you repeat that one more time? What they're
Oh.
talking about? The details.
Oh, what they're talking about?
Yeah.
Daughter missing. What the hell are you gonna do? And last night,
And
pretty
who's
much the key words in the hysterical ranting that's going on.
and who are they yelling at?
It's just a collection of town folk out around here, and they're not. I mean, they're yelling not at somebody specific, but in terms of trying. Somebody's freaking out and
All right.
everything.
How close to me would they be?
Well,
Yards, feet.
Well, I'm assuming we just came out of the inn.
yeah. The only people that were outside at this point in time, because it's that early in the morning, was Eric and Avir and Lee and the coachman and the townspeople. But they're getting ready to leave to the next town.
So I'd walk up and be like, "What happened?"
Okay. As you're walking up like that, Eric just glances at you and continues to just work on the stagecoach or the coach and getting it set up and
I
getting
meant
into it and
to the
everything.
people.
No, I know that.
Oh.
I'm just saying, as you walk over to the
Okay.
people, the
He looks up at me and
highest ranking church person is totally dismissive of whatever they're talking about and
that's,
doesn't care.
well, that's fine. I still have to be here for a couple days. Like,
No.
Yeah.
It just seems awfully strange to you
okay,
that somebody who's
supposed to
in
be
that
taking
type of
care
organization is ignoring this type of thing. So anyway, you get over there, and the mother's in sheer hysterics. Her daughter, who's about 11 years old, 12 years old, went missing last night. And she's trying to get a couple of the people to get off their butts and go out in the woods and search for her right now, immediately. It has to be right now. And mostly the militia type stuff has just woken up, and they're all they're all volunteer people from the different families and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
they're
see that these people aren't very strong, are they?
which one? No,
They're like,
there's some pretty good farmhands out there, pretty damn tough.
well,
They go,
either way, I kind of still walk up and I get in the center and I say, "You're looking nowhere else but here because I can get that job done for some coin, of course."
I roll my eyes at him.
for some coin. Yeah, okay. They look at you and we're trying to figure out what we're doing here, and they
When
keep
exactly?
trying to calm the mother down.
And so I turn to the mother and I try to calm her down. Like, listen, talking in broken sentences and screaming for everybody to do something right now is not going to help the situation. What we need to do is get more information so that we can understand where we need to look and what needs to be done. So, can we just try to calm down a little bit so we can get the correct information that we need?
And that's where you could definitely make a persuasion roll.
While she's doing that, like a scared puppy, I walk slowly up to the mom and hold out my pipe. Kind of urge it to her, like, smoke, smoke.
I like come over and like even I know I kind of just like push the pipe out of the way. No, 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 no.
You
Oh,
rolled a
it's
3?
Not pot, it's just a
Yes,
agent.
but it still turns
I
into
said
a
I said
10.
pipe.
Yeah, no, okay. Yeah.
It's
No,
a
just let you
soothing
know it's
agent,
not that
much
strong.
like pot, yeah.
That strong, though. It's,
Yeah.
you can handle
Why-
that much.
I can't believe you rolled that, so I just have to make a comment that a 3. I'm shocked.
Wow.
Where do you see a 3?
My roll was a 3, and my modifier turns it to a 10. Thank you very much.
Goodness.
But I mean,
On average, it's 17.
you get her to slightly calm down to where she's not in complete hysterics and everything, but she's still panicky and agitated and expects people to go look for her daughter right now.
But, well,
and everything.
when did you first notice that your daughter was gone?
Well, this morning and everything, because we went to wake her up and she was missing.
And did anything happen last night? Was there any fight with her or anything that would make her upset and make her want to leave
No.
of her own accord? Can I insight to see if she's lying?
Sure, you can insight to see if she's...
Oh my god. I mean, it was a better roll, but it just turned out
You
the
rolled
same
a
number.
7, that's a better roll.
But it still turns out the same thing, so.
So, yeah. No, she's not lying. I mean, she's
Okay.
fairly simple folk and everything
Well,
like
I
that.
just want to
So
make sure she's not hiding.
there's no benefit in lying about this type of stuff.
Well, I mean, unless she's
I-
just trying to make... Not that I'm saying she's being bad about it, I was just saying she may, not...
Yeah.
So,
Lie by omission type thing, yeah.
yeah.
Ask her how old her daughter is.
She's like 12.
Does she have any friends around?
Well, of course, but I mean, then now it's finally getting to be like about 6:30 in the morning or something like that. So,
Well, I ask where her daughter's favorite spots are. Where does she like to play around town? Like, has she
where
even
does she want to...
looked at all? So she may not have even looked yet, so I mean, I would...
Oh, no. Her daughter always does chores. She has a specific set of chores in the morning that she has to do. It's not an option. And she wasn't there doing her chores, so then they went
Which
and
is
looked for
fine,
her.
but when
Because
she's
you
not
gave her
doing
too many
chores, does
chores.
she have a favorite hangout somewhere?
Yeah, but we need to go look at those places, and these people need to get working on it, because I can only do so much. And this is obviously related to what the heck's going on. She actually looks at you guys and goes, "You're here in town. This is not cool." She goes, I mean, she doesn't say that. She actually sort of screams it in a way.
Like, no,
The church people don't come to town. The church people don't come to town unless it's an issue, unless there's something really going wrong and everything like that. So this is obviously not just something of want to walk away. This is some unknown thing has taken her daughter. And she continues to expand on the people in the town need to go out and find what's going on with her because it's not going to be just her children. Other children will be next.
Okay, we
She's a,
don't need to start spreading, things to get people scared. Let's just deal with the problem at hand and calm down a little bit.
Okay, he digs in his pocket, hands you some more herbs, and urges you to tell her to eat them.
you want to tell her to eat them?
I tried to hand her the pipe. She wouldn't take it.
No. I'm saying you want to have Sylvia try to tell her to eat them.
I try to motion to her and make the mouth, make the motions of get her to eat it, get her to eat it,
What
but I
is
don't
it?
really say it.
I kind of look and I'm like, what is this? Whisper it, kind of mouth it.
How would I? Calm down.
You have calm down.
Calm down.
You have calm down items in your bag.
That's the best you can say.
Yeah, that's about this.
And what is the shape of it? Is it like a pill or something, or like a food? What?
Oh, it's just some herbs, some
Oh,
dry herbs.
oh, okay. So I think for a second, and like kind of like well, I'm assuming the lady's going around like talking to everybody,
Well, she's standing next
she-
to you.
but she's still
this
yelling at people though.
Well, she's not yelling anymore.
Okay.
You've got her to calm down
A
more
little
than
bit.
that, but she's still almost in hysterics in a way.
So then I take them and then I say, these leaves here, they give you a lot of concentration. They help you stay up. They help you keep your mind alert. So it'll really just help you focus. So that way we can help find your daughter. So would you mind just taking these?
Roll a persuasion check.
What?
Wow. But strangely enough, that's enough to
Are you
get her to
cooking the
do
right
it.
thing? Honestly, are you
Because I
cooking
didn't.
the right thing?
If I told her to here, this is gonna calm me down, she wouldn't have taken it. So
Yeah,
I wonder if
no,
you're clicking the right button.
she is quick on the right button. I'm looking at it. She's rolled a 3.
it just rolled a 3.
Okay,
I mean, I could
alright.
show you like what if I do it again. I'm sure it'll be a different score. There you go. See.
If you put your arrow over top of the number, it shows the
The parentheses is the roll that I got, and then +2 is my proficiency, and +5 is my charisma. So.
Yeah, I got it. I just with all those 10s.
Yeah, I know. It just happened to be
Yeah, you just happen to roll
I
crappy.
just woke up. I didn't have a very good meal. I'm trying to, get back into the swing of things.
I was just in a hurry. That's why I didn't use it. Plus, I figured a lot of languages I speak would scare the crap out of some people.
So she takes it and she starts calming down a little bit. And the guys in charge start trying to figure out how they're going to go about doing this because it is starting to drizzle a bit more and the clouds are overcast, so it's going to be hard. And so somebody decides that they probably should go to the house and see if there's any sort of tracks or anything.
Yeah, I was just about to say, take to house.
Which house is hers?
Take to house, find child.
And okay, so like the leader of the group of citizens, who obviously isn't the leader of the town because they're having that, tower built for those people, agrees with you and they're gonna head over to the lady's house. They're gonna take you along. What is everybody else doing?
I'm gonna go. I don't have anything
Okay.
else to do. I can't go. around,
Avenir,
so-
Avenir, the Eric and Lee are getting in the coach and getting ready to leave. And he's like giving you last minute comments and things to pay attention to. And comments about your young companion who's a pain in the butt.
Actually, can I instead go up and try to talk to him and see if he knows anything about this or has heard of anything like this going on before?
Oh, you're gonna go talk to Eric while
Yeah,
he's talking to
because why
Avenir?
did, like he ignored. It was like acting like nothing happened.
He looks at you. What are you gonna ask him specifically?
But like, Do you know anything? I mean, like, it didn't seem like you were too worried about what's going on and stuff. Do you know something about this at all? Like, or have any idea of what may have,
A
you know,
kid, a young child disappears in a town like this. Happens all the time. There's not much we can do about it. You can't save every single child from the flock. She probably just wandered away in the woods. Maybe something tragic happened to her. Maybe she'll be back later today. We have more important issues that we need to deal with at hand.
can I do an insight to see if he's.
Yeah, sure. Avenir,
Oh, yeah, I
Avenir,
can't
you're
tell.
right there too.
I don't know what the hell's going on.
Well, you have no clue about him, do you?
God, my rolls are shite.
So, Lucas, are you there? I think
I had
Lucas.
types of it too because was getting in his pad earlier. He's still here, but
Yeah, I was gonna say, see if Lucas wants to talk to him before Eric rides off into the distance. Oh, he's there, he says. Oh, the mic's not picking up. Oh, that sucks. Well, did you have anything that you wanted to? Did you have anything that you wanted to say to or ask Eric before he left?
You know what? You have a push to talk, I think, because it's lighting up here and there, and so I think you have push to talk enabled. Because I see the mic lighting up for you, like, and I'm pretty sure you're typing when that happened. Just so you know, there's a cog wheel next to your name that would you could change that under
It
voice.
could just be his microphone too.
Oh, maybe. Oh, okay.
Well, if you could think of any questions you want to ask, we'll come back to you. As far as going up to the house and everything, it's a little. It's not that far away, actually. It's one of the farmhouses over here. And you get there, and there's nothing messed up. There's nothing out of place per se. It's not a bad farmhouse. They look like they're not super well to do, but they're not poor. Sort of comfortable at least. And she was just sleeping in bed, and we woke up, and she wasn't there anymore.
I did nature survival there.
What was that in the first one? No, Owen, what did you say? No, Theodore walked towards the house with a group of people. Were you gonna walk with them, or were you gonna go over to where the stage, where the coach was with the hot wheel? As in not hot, but how funny, stuck on belt. Were you gonna go talk? Well, Javier was out talking, helping him pack up the coach before you even got your butt out of bed.
After I talked to Eric, I would follow them. After I had
he said he wanted.
talked to Eric.
Said he wanted to roll perception.
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll perception on that one.
Yeah, I'll just go wherever Avi goes.
I'm gonna when I get to the house, I'm gonna do a check around the house, and I guess I'll do nature to see if I know anything. Notice anything.
I think
Okay.
survival is more tracking, isn't it?
Yeah, survival would probably be more likely, wouldn't it?
Yeah, survival's supposed to be tracking kind of stuff.
They don't have tracking or anything.
No, it's
Oh, it's
under
all
survival.
built into survival now. I have advantage. I can't remember why it's one of my things, but I've got advantage in this territory. So
Right. And so you have advantage.
Natural
I rolled a
20.
natural
Rolled a, yeah, you rolled a 24.
Well, he rolled a 20, a natural 20, so that's like the crit thing.
Cool. Okay.
Well, did he have advantage?
Yeah,
Yeah, he had
it's
advantage.
part of my hunter thing.
So, first off, and as far as you can tell with that insight roll, yeah, he definitely doesn't care at all about the current situation. Whether he thinks it's related to something or not, you notice that he does look, he does make some glances towards the crowd that's talking, and you could tell that he's picking out specific words they're saying and things like that. So he definitely is interested in what's going on, but it's pretty obvious he doesn't really care about the people in the situation.
Okay.
Um, Again, he's sort of the type of elfish dick that you would, think was high up in an organization that just didn't care about people in general.
All right, I
Well,
understand.
specific
Can you
people,
hear
yeah.
me?
I can hear you now.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I just opened it in a new browser. My mic must have like sort of disconnected and reconnected and not picked up. All right, so
Is he-
yeah, that's I know the elven douche character well.
Yeah. So let me go over to Theodore, who's at the farmhouse. And what were you looking for, Theodore? Give me a rundown again.
Well, real quick, if you use push to talk with the browser, it tends to do that. It tends to
I
break.
do not use push to talk. I have voice.
Okay.
Recognition.
I just let you know.
Well, it's working,
Um,
so it's cool.
What I was just wanted, I just did a survival check to see if I noticed anything, like as far as like odd markings on the ground, blood spatter, anything like that.
Okay, what did
Like
you
hunter
roll?
stuff.
He rolled
Roll
natural
a 20,
20.
natural 20.
Rolled a natural 20?
Yeah.
Okay. Make a. Let me look at the skill list. Oops, when I look at the skills that you have, make a. So that was a nature roll you did?
So that was survival, which is what tracking's under now.
Okay. Roll a perception check as well.
I don't think you have advantage to perception.
Well, it depends on the situation.
Well, DM.
Well,
Well, I don't know. Does it say that he has a percentage?
I have no idea, frankly.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to give you that one because you rolled so well.
Oh, true. He did get the net
You
20.
got the natural 20, so I'm going to let you have advantage on this one.
it's
Which gives you a total result of 20.
when you make an intelligence or wisdom check related to your favorite terrain. I'm assuming it's favorite terrain. Your proficiency bonus is doubled. Is that what you're talking about, or?
Oh, well, okay. So what terrain is your favorite terrain?
I don't know if that's what he was talking about or not.
Assuming it would be
No,
the
it's
surrounding
not.
area since it's where I come from.
Yeah, okay.
I think
Temperate.
terrain is like forest or mountain
The
or
temperate
Right.
foresty areas, you know what I mean?
Yeah, foresty areas. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so you find what looks like a groove cut into the mud by the path. That's about 5 feet, maybe a bit larger. That seems to be like a rut that seems to come up towards the house and then move away. And it's fresh. And it's just now starting to rain again. But it hasn't rained since last night. But obviously this groove appeared at some point between, like, say, midnight and 2 o'clock in the morning.
Part of his thing says that he learns their exact number, their sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area when tracking other creatures.
Yeah, that's what he finds is one big, looks like one giant tire track
So one thing.
that's about 5 to
Giant.
6 feet
Mm.
long or wide.
Sound like human device with one wheel and two handles.
So
Sort of, except it's like 5.5
I,
feet.
she
Is
rode
this-
away on a unicycle.
is this in front of the house or out
Must have
back?
struck a
Or
tire.
What was that?
was this
Yeah,
in
word
front?
up fine. Sorry.
Nah,
In
I'm
relation,
sorry, I didn't. What did you say?
in relation to the house, where is that?
Oh, it's over here, and it's over here, and it seems to cut seems to cut right from the back area of the house off into the woods over there.
Mm. So is Sylvia the only one with me?
No, there's a whole bunch of people with you.
All right.
Silvio's
gonna-
still back talking. Silvio's still back talking to the.
I talked to him for 5 seconds. I had said after I was done, like, because I just
Oh,
wanted to
okay.
ask that, and
5
afterwards I just left and went and followed everybody.
Best I can, I'm gonna let people know that I think she was taking this direction. I'm gonna do a lot of pointing and howling sort of sounds.
Taken,
It's gonna sound weird, but he's
Like to,
trying to basically tell you go this way.
taken
Like to
by.
whisper
Okay,
in
Lassie.
Theodore in Infernal. He had a translator.
Well, Infernal would worry about saying things Infernal in front of people because the last time I tried that, I almost got put in like, oh yeah. I just worry about doing it because last time I did it, I got put in the church thing by and like questioned by an inquisitor for a month.
Nah, just a faint whisper. No worries.
All right, well, whisper you then that I think the girl's been taken this way. We should hurry. It's been since last night.
Then I say to everyone, he thinks that the girl's been taken this way, to whichever way he's pointing, and we should follow it.
Okay.
Quickly.
Actually, hold on. Make another nature check there. Theodore.
Nature or survival?
Nature.
I say, can't he speak the king's common or whatever?
The king's common. That's so oxymoronic.
Yeah.
Nature.
Oh,
I figured.
talk about unlucky.
I like nature checks.
Okay.
I got this. I probably don't because I have a negative one.
But you would get double your proficiency at least, so it would have given you +2.
Okay.
So it'd be 8.
If I took 10, it would have been like 13.
Wait, why do you have +2 -1?
Because of his intelligence ability score, is -1. But then with if it's favored terrain, then he gets +2 proficiency, so it's 8. Ooh.
So it's an 8.
Exciting.
Why is he rolling a nature check rather than a survival?
It depends on what he's asking
because he needed to see. I needed to see whether or not he could recognize the type of thing that made this
for. That
5 foot wide
Isn't that
groove.
tracking?
No, not for
No,
what
no.
kind of beast.
You
That would
can
be
track
nature.
it, but
Alright.
what really is it? Especially when it's
No,
not something that's normal.
The only thing I can discern from survival would be how many of them there are, how big it is, and when the last time it was there.
See, and he's already got that information. He just
Got
doesn't
it.
know. He just doesn't know what it is.
A nature would be of defining the object.
Understood.
Which you rolled a 6 on, right?
So I have no idea what we're chasing.
Okay, well,
Oh, actually,
roll
you
an
do
8.
have a general idea. Because you recognize the type of patterns on texture and the shaping of the grooves. And it looks like, looking at it, you would think that it might be some type of snake or something.
Oh no.
Except it's 5 feet wide.
Yeah, like a naga.
Okay, snake and 5
So-
feet wide.
What's a
should not be
naga?
in the same sentence.
Yeah, what's a naga?
Oh, a naga's
Humanoid.
like
a snake
Snake.
creature.
a Hindu snake.
No. I know what a naga is. My point is, what do your characters know?
Oh, no,
Yeah,
I wasn't saying it like I knew that was out of character.
So since he's not knowing what the heck's going on, we're about to start going out. I kind of pull out my lute and I go like, "Here's a little song for you. Next time you roll won't be so poo." And then I give him some inspiration.
Talk about
I
unfortunate.
love it.
Holy shit.
That's so cool.
So you have
Metagaming acceptable in that one case.
within 10 minutes you can put in an extra d6 to a roll that you do.
Oh, you're.
Oh wait, dang. Let me grab my spell list.
Inspire's awesome.
I think I just left roll 20.
Yep, you did.
Hang on, give me 1 sec, guys.
It's okay. We
Sorry
don't want
about
you
that.
back in here anyway. You're just
Oh
a
no,
church.
Loser.
You're a church
I'm
plant.
trash. I'm
Church
trash.
plant.
Okay, I'm back, kiddos. Hang on. Ooh, yay, guidance. I touch a willing creature. Once before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to one ability check of its choice. It can roll the die before or after making the ability check.
Okay, but
But he already did.
Sylvia just did that and added a d6 to it.
Well, yeah, but then
Right,
he
so
could,
now we can add another d4.
so
See, I'm trying to figure out if that stacks or not.
Yeah, I wondered that.
it's separate. Mine just says you can only have one bardic inspiration die at a time, but it doesn't
Right.
say anything about
It's
anything
bardic
else.
inspiration in this one.
Because it's inspiration as opposed to a spell type thing.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, different spells, by the way, would stack as long as they're coming from different people.
By the way, your voice is coming through the game and the other thing.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No problem. Just letting you know.
That's...
Sing a song.
There we go.
Use the game so we can hear you.
Now, what type of roll is he trying to make this time?
I don't know. They're just preparing me. It lasts for like ever.
Mine lasts for a minute, so decide fast.
Oh. That's
Okay.
all-
Well, I'm assuming we're gonna be
Then
tracking
again, I can always
this.
just cast it again.
Like,
after it
Yeah.
ends. It's
He
not-
did the first survival to
can't.
find it, but I'm assuming we're gonna have to track it from there. So this is for his tracking it, like on.
nature,
Alright.
I guess.
No, it's survival again.
What do you need me to do to follow it? Nature survival.
To follow it? Survival.
Okay, I think he's good enough on his own.
Yep. There you go. So,
Just go ahead and add the d4 to it. Who knows?
Because you only have.
Because the d6 you can hold forever, the d4 goes away, and I can just cast it again. So
you note
Pointy.
that.
we did it.
So, the trail, the groove that's cut in the mud that you follow through, you end up having to wander through. Now, your let's see. So, let's. Did you see that?
Rainy forest.
Just
In the
trying to
sunlight.
give you an idea of what the type of environment you're going to be wandering around in while doing this. So,
All right, Washington State.
yeah, wet and damp and
It's
everything.
a desolate wasteland of rain and sadness.
Oh my god! I'm gonna have
Right.
to wash my shoes.
Now,
after we're done.
wait. Before we go into this crazy looking place, just promise me there's no shiny vampires.
I can't promise anything.
Oh,
What
not
about regular
vampires, just shiny glittery ones that are kind of.
I will throw as much angst into this as I can.
Oh, baby.
Okay.
It's gonna have that little constipated
So-
look
Turn it
like
into a
I
young
love
adult
you.
novel.
I want to bite you.
So anyway,
One of
so
those.
you note as you're tracking that the trail goes off the map, and then you can never find any place after it goes off the map. You're lost. No, actually, I'm just joking. It wanders up this direction, but the stream intersects it, and where the stream intersects it, or the creek or whatever intersects it, you lose the trail at that point.
Frick.
It doesn't.
But
Oh,
you
did I
do
go-
note that it's going towards the hill with the tower on it.
Can I try to do it on the other
I
side?
thought that was on the other side. Thought it was
Uh-huh.
all the way to the south.
Try to do a check on the other side of the creek, see if I can pick it back up on the trail.
No, it's actually up north. The tower that's being built is down here on the south.
Got it.
The tower that you guys are investigating is up here on the north side. And you don't pick up any trail on the other side of the creek.
It's creek.
Creek,
It's a
crick.
regional thing.
Maybe
Whatever.
southern, but you don't have to
It's a
call it a creek
regional
for
thing.
my side. My side.
I'm from the Midwest, so it's a crick.
The cricket.
Creek.
The crick.
Unless it's an official creek. If it has
Crick.
creek in the name.
It's a
I'll
creek
call it
that
a
goes
crick.
across the holler.
Yeah, there you go.
You got to bring your pillar if you're gonna have a night's sleep.
Yeah, we already talked about me and pronunciation, that it does not get along well. So, anyway,
Me too.
but there is no trail on the other side of the creek.
The
All right.
Can we just
Make
say
your
forever
point.
and be done with it?
Yeah, so there, I mean, but yeah, but it is move. You were moving in the direction of where the tower is. Now the tower is still about 4 or 5 miles away. You know, maybe a bit more. It's a good walk, but you can see it off in the distance from where you are.
So
I'm in
like
the back
even the
complaining the whole way through.
5 foot wide
Seems
divot,
close to tower. What think, noble lady?
Michael,
What?
5 foot wide divot in the ground just stops all of a sudden,
No, it goes into the creek
and then just stops.
and then stops right there. You can't find any trace of it.
That's strange.
Can you try looking around the creek and seeing if you can see some kind of a
Well, he already
hidden-
did. He
Oh, like a
rolled
hid-
the tracking.
no like hidden path or anything? Well,
Road yet, but
more like a perception thing. See if there's some kind of layer. or
You can
something.
roll a perception. Yeah, you can roll a
I
perception.
want
thing.
him to roll it with the inspiration I gave. So add a d6 to it. That was not very
So
good
add a
roll.
d6 to it. We're trying to make most use
Well,
out of this.
you also get the double proficiency, so that's 14 plus 5 is 19. Well, yeah. So
Okay.
I mean, if there's nothing there, there's nothing there. But I mean, at least you could
There's
try.
nothing there. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you were hiding like a little a layer that didn't have to do with tracking. It was in the water
God,
or something.
I'm rolling so well.
You're drooling so well.
Lost trail. Thinkwood Tower. Should go.
Yeah, everybody in town's like, no. We're not gonna walk up there right now.
Well, what's the lady doing?
Don't want town people.
She sort of mellowed out at home. After
Oh,
we
so
got
we left her behind.
I think it's
Better
I just
take
think
small
it's-
groups. Can't sneak
Is-
big group.
This was her home, right? The one right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so the people the villagers are breaking off into smaller groups and they're wandering around. But no one plans on walking all the way to the tower today.
Uh,
And you gotta remember it's starting to rain, the drizzle is turning a little bit harder. You're sopping wet because you've been standing out in the rain for a while now.
we should. wait
Everybody
a day,
who has
stock up.
advantage,
is now neutraled out with disadvantage.
is now neutral, and everybody who makes a roll that doesn't is on disadvantage.
Oh man,
I'm like,
I say it
So-
sucks out here.
I
Because
say,
that's how
well,
that's how crappy
I'd
it is.
say I agree with.
I don't know why it would bother me.
I
Wait,
say,
can anybody hear me?
thank God, at
Yeah, we
least
can hear
Owen
you.
got a shower finally.
I like
Yeah, I
living this
tend to
stuff.
agree with Owen. This sucks.
Well, the thing
We should
about
go back.
Theodore doesn't have to worry about it too much because a large chunk of the stuff he does out in the wilderness right now has advantage by nature, which means it doesn't go to disadvantage. So, but the rest of you guys, if you were running through the woods right now with the slippery leaves and the mud and that type of stuff, you'd be at a disadvantage for any dexterity checks or things like
Correct.
that. So, you might want to rethink and plan a
Yes.
bit more.
We should wait a day, stock up for
Well,
a
Now the one thing is the small groups of the villagers are still going out looking. They're just not going that far. So you may want to help with that. But as far as tripping up to the tower today and
although
trying to
must
do
say,
something.
I say,
I believe that we found everything we're going to find.
Yes, but if
Can't
you
Yeah.
get a
if you
lead
give
much
it up, the
better than
villagers are gonna think you're some heartless bastard who's not gonna try to help. I say, don't worry.
Aren't we kind of like that?
I'm gonna go ahead and go back in and update the mother on what's going on because I'm so selfless and I walk back.
Oh, aren't you just the
I
best?
am. So
Your selflessness
I'm
is
so
come to
glad
only
that you
anger
recognize
you.
it. So I'm gonna go back and give the lady an update and say, we have a little lead and we're following right now. People are looking around the area. You know, we're doing our
Yo,
best.
can can you guys announce, like, outside of character? Can you guys announce when you're making a check so that the I can put the guidance on you, please?
Nope.
Oh,
Thank you.
sorry.
So they
Yeah,
you can
it's a
cast a
cantrip.
spell on him.
Cast times I want. So not on the
How many?
same thing, obviously, but
Is that a spell or a
It's a
cantrip?
cantrip.
it is a cantrip.
Cleric
Ah,
cantrip. It's 4 points. Like if they roll
Yeah,
two,
it's
it's
a
still not gonna do
D4. It's
anything.
not that much.
that's the potentiality for 20% difference in your chances of success.
It's also
If you crunch the numbers, that's all I'm saying. It's okay.
Correct, but that's why I have it.
But
I
it's
wouldn't
a
I
quarter
wouldn't
of a
have it if it
possibility
wasn't
of a
good.
20% chance. So it's not
Huh?
really. It's only a quarter% possibility for a 20% chance. So it's not really like it's out. You only have 25% chance to get that 20% boost.
Right,
No
but
matter how
remember,
no
if you roll an 18 and if you get an 18 and then you roll the d4 and you get a 2 or a 3, that goes from failing a challenge level 20
Yeah. Well, no, I know
to
that.
succeeding a challenge level
What
20.
he's trying to say is that
no
it
no matter
seems broken
how
to him.
much you make it sound sucky, it's still pretty good.
It
No,
is,
it's
but
really good. That's why I have it.
that's a
I wouldn't
cleric
have it
thing.
if it
That's
wasn't.
I don't.
I was
I would
joking,
smack a
guys.
cleric if they didn't take that.
That's fine.
I'm just saying. I'd be like, what the
No,
f is wrong
guys,
with you?
it's total trash. I
See, that's
promise.
the thing about making a cleric based on concept versus, making sure you have the best spells in the
Well,
world.
but I'm pretty
Well, my
sure.
concept is also support, so
Yeah, but yeah, because that is what the clerics are supposed to do: is support
yeah,
people
I'm
and keep.
supposed to support and heal and hit people with my mace, and that's about it. But I'm more supportive because I do not fight unless
Yeah.
in self
Uh,
Literally,
defense.
two of the
Unfortunately,
clerics caught.
right now, you guys is not to do any of it. Just sit around and drink beer and watch the rain fall.
Yeah,
Oh, wait. Some girl did get kidnapped by something. So you might want to, shift focus there a little bit, but you know what I mean.
yeah. Well,
It's
I'm
not like,
comforting the mom.
and you're doing a great job of that. And since you're a
Oh, I
female,
thought we
that's
were still
perfectly
out
okay.
there helping
Well,
I
the
just didn't
villagers.
want to
I'm
be out in the
I'm
rain,
sure the
but
men folk are. See, the men folk, I'm sure, should be out there helping.
yes,
I
yes.
thought we
See,
were.
I had nobody said that you guys weren't.
But one of them
So,
was wanting to go back and stop looking. So
well, yeah, that's because you're not men folk. You're not expected to be out there
no, no,
looking.
no. One of the guys were saying that.
One of your guys.
Yeah, rude.
Yeah. I'm just saying, culturally, nobody expects you in your nice clothing to go out there and dig in the mud.
Of course. I was, I went above and beyond to go and look, but now that I'm all dirty.
Okay, I want to examine their search tactics and tell them what they should be doing and what they shouldn't be doing. But I gotta take my translator.
I want to
Okay.
convince the lady that it would do her good to make a really extravagantly delicious meal because it would get her mind off of things while the men are looking, and it'll keep her hands busy, and I'll help her partake of that. Keep her company.
Zero.
Okay, you're just trying to get a meal out of it, but okay.
So
Yeah, that wasn't too subtle.
whatever? Can I? She doesn't know that. Can I roll persuasion for it or something?
No, you don't even have to roll
Okay,
persuasion
perfect.
because it
Awesome.
actually works. It's a pretty
Perfect.
common thing, and so
Exactly.
so the thing is, you guys hunt around a little bit. You guys end up going back for a pretty good lunch and everything like that.
You can all thank me for that.
Afternoon, people
You're
talk about
welcome.
what they're gonna do, and people talk about this thing and what it possibly could be. Most of the villagers don't think it's most of the villagers don't think it's related to it. It might be something else. A couple of them sort of freak out at the idea of this thing.
They don't think it's related. Oh, it's just this track that goes out the back of a house right after a girl disappears. But
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
fine.
it's just a groove, you know. It's nothing.
I think she was carried off by a giant snake and dead. Possibly.
Oh, and dead. No, possibly. That's always a potentiality.
Holy shit.
So,
Got
what
me
are you
lucky.
guys? What are you guys gonna do for the afternoon and early evening?
It seems as though I'm following around the incredibly judgmental ranger and giving people advice based on his.
Okay.
But I just know how to search woods.
What about you? What about you, Sylvia? And
So I already
you, Owen?
got this extravagantly yummy meal off of the lady.
Yeah, you guys already ate that, yeah.
And you guys, you all have me to thank for that. If it weren't for me doing this, you know, you.
In terms of the young, is a wolf. Is a wolf.
We can't hear
Right.
you. You're in the inn and we're searching for things.
Well, you guys.
No,
came,
no.
You came
You
back
went
and
back
ate
to her
lunch.
house for lunch.
Yeah, and I got you guys a really nice
You had the
lunch.
big
so
meal, and now you're going back out again. And
you better
she's.
appreciate.
What is she doing? Is she going back to the inn, or is she?
What's at the inn? Nobody's even at the inn, right? I'll just sit here with the
What was-
lady and listen to her whine and complain and just kind of, you know, ignore her while she's doing it, but let her get it off her chest.
Okay.
Can I motion at Sylvia and say empathy would be helpful in this situation?
It's like she's not even paying attention. She's just crying to herself anyways. It's fine. Look, I got her mind off of it for half
Yes,
a
but
day.
it would not hurt and it may help.
Yes, I know. I'll pretend for something.
What are you drugging everybody for?
So,
How are you drugging?
so as soon as he says
Yeah,
that, he sees this really big smile come across my face, and like, oh, honey, I totally understand. It's just the most horrible thing ever. Come, let me, you know, help you. And I kind of, you know, like I smile when I talk, like when I, as if I'm like coming back and greeting her, and then I just put this big look of sympathy on my face, and
Jesus.
and then when I turn around, I just kind of give this half-lidded kind of bland look at him, like, and roll my eyes, and I turn back and like, oh, and I tap her on the shoulder.
Who are you
And I
looking
give
at?
her a thumbs
Oh
up.
my God! I got a teenager around here who acts just like that. Anyway.
Am I the only one concerned for the child?
I
I'm
am. It's just
slightly
there's nothing.
concerned.
If the track ends, there's nowhere else to go. Nobody else will go up to the tower. What are we supposed to do? So
He's
No
got
one
a
knows
pack
what death
mentality.
is, you know?
He's got a pack mentality. So with the young missing, even though it's not his pack, there's still a young, young one.
yes, but if he's a pack mentality, everybody else is searching around that one area, so he'd probably not run off by himself, anyways. Anyways,
Why not run
so-
off by
so-
myself?
Okay, so you guys are gonna go look around again. This make a survival check while you're hunting around this afternoon.
And I touch him and say, may the gods aid your search, and he rolls another d4.
Dang,
Oh
priest
my
always
God.
testing everybody.
So roll that other D4 to add to it.
You don't have advantage, by the way.
Nope.
No more. So re-roll that.
I should have just taken a 10. No, take your
I-
passive.
I don't.
I say, I'm like, oh, look, guys, I found her. Oh, I
Alright,
use
guys,
wait.
campaign's over. We did it.
I use minor illusion to make. Look, guys, like when the mother and other people aren't looking, I'm like, look, guys, I found her.
Disguise self as the little girl.
I don't have a disguise self yet. I don't think.
That's
Oh
unfortunate.
man, you've never met her, so you can't do that.
Yes, but
Roll that extra d4, homie.
minor illusion.
I
After,
don't know if he'll let me take my passive or not.
and they're also looking in the
Yeah,
woods and
I'm
stuff.
I'm
right?
half tempted to take that initial 5.
Check, by the way. You did not do an ability
Well-
check. You did a passive check.
I know. That's fine.
He rolled an
Passive ability.
automatic 14.
That's not a roll. It's just an automatic 14.
I know it's an automatic 14. I know that. You
Passive
rolled
ability
twice
check.
before. Man, I'm not going to let you do a passive check on that one. The main reason for it is because it's raining, it's murky, it's everything. It's not a standard type situation. And some of the stuff you might miss because it got washed away or rain hit it or something. So I think this is really more of an active one. And
Oh, good.
After I get
unfortunately, you
bored of
rolled a critical failure on that one.
I get bored of the lady and then I
Oh,
leave.
the 5 was perception. That was a while back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
this.
okay. So you walk around in the woods a bit. It's pretty obvious that there's nothing around the creek where you guys were looking. And at the same time, there's nothing. I mean, the only thing that you guys notice might be the fact of just going further
To the
into the
tower.
forest, which everybody else as a villager is totally not wanting to do.
Okay. How much time has passed since lunch?
Since lunch?
Yeah.
Oh, it's getting to be about 4 or 5 in the afternoon.
And
And
then,
I assumed you guys probably had stopped doing anything around 2 or 3, though.
okay. Well,
So
so
what are
we're
you
all
guys doing when you stop?
so we're at I'm assuming we go back to the inn to discuss and stuff.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll wait at
Everybody else?
I'm gonna walk into the forest and I'm going to attack trees with my swords.
So why don't you just say you're gonna train?
I mean, hey man, I want to be descriptive about it. Just say I'm gonna go training. It sounds boring. I'm attacking trees with my swords, man.
Would you like
Okay.
to spar?
which basically puts sap on your sword so it starts rusting or something.
I mean, I can clean it off. I'm pretty sure I know how to take care of
Well,
my.
the thing about it is it's getting dark out here. Do you really want to be out in the woods when it's dark?
Please get nothing.
Problem most of the young guys
I
don't know how to
don't
take
know.
care of your sword.
Whether you're scared or not, that's not the point. You can't see anything out here.
Oh, sure enough, I am a fucking human. Jeez.
Right? Okay.
You know what?
Not, not to mention, it's cloudy
Yeah.
and
All
it's
right.
getting chilly.
I find me a wooded secluded area and make me a hole.
You're
Oh,
gonna
and
sleep.
instead of taking your anger out on trees, perhaps a friendly spar would be a better idea.
With whom?
With your boy.
Okay. So
I don't want to hurt you.
Theodore, you're not planning
Oh,
on going
trust
back
me,
to
he will
the
not
inn
hurt you.
tonight?
Nope.
Okay.
Can't
So-
handle another night.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're. Where are you actually going to set up, Theodore? Are you going to
Just-
set up by the creek or back
Oh,
on the
no.
houses?
Closer to town, but closer to where we left it, where we went into the woods, but in the woods still.
Right. So about right here. So right. Let's see. Yeah. Hold on. So probably right around there.
Maybe out this way somewhere. Can't see
Yeah,
what's
crick,
still
crick.
farmland and what's So,
Yeah, that's the creek.
Creek.
Here, hold on a second here.
The crick.
All right. So now that we're,
Oh,
okay. So you're gonna hole up outside, somewhere near there. The rest of you guys are going back to the inn, right?
I think Avir over here makes me an offer for a friendly spar, and I go fetch myself 3 wooden swords.
3
If
wooden
possible.
swords. Where are you gonna get 3 wooden swords?
I have no idea, but I'm gonna look around for them if I
I
find
suggest that
some.
since we're in the middle of a forest, we just find a couple of sturdy branches.
All right, that works.
That would work. Okay.
Hooray.
And it's getting dark, you two. What are you gonna do?
We can hit in town, and we can do it in the center of town.
Sylvia's already gone back to the inn.
Is nothing lit?
It's a
Like-
small village. There's
No,
like lights in the houses.
But not enough to
Can we
light
do it in someone's backyard, maybe?
Can we use our oil lamps to light a courtyard?
Yeah, you could. There's that courtyard right outside
Like
of the
there's so
village.
much effort just to have a spark.
Alright.
Heyo.
Well, I think he wants to kick the kid's butt, but
I don't want to kick the kid's butt, man. I just want to see if he's as strong as he thinks he is.
Okay, so as
that's a good question.
I start seeing this light kind of come out and this like, you know, noise of them preparing, I'll kind of go to the window. I don't really want to go. Is it still raining? Because if it is, I don't want to go outside.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll
yeah.
just look at the window because I don't want to go out into the rain.
yeah. It's still raining. Theodore, you've holed up in the spot out there.
Mm-hmm.
What's your passive? No, you gotta make an active perception check. Okay. You at some point you smell something. It's not right.
Mm.
You're not sure what it is. And you're not even sure what it smells like. It just doesn't smell right. And make a survival check.
Another one? Alright.
Yeah, survival check now. Did you do one?
Yeah,
You did another
Yeah.
survival check?
oh, it is. Alright.
Ooh,
Thank you.
nice. You also notice that the smell seems to be moving. Like you can smell it come on and then it like leaves and you hear a slight rustling. And it's something that seems to be going towards town.
I'm gonna attempt to track it, I guess. I'll use stealth too.
Okay.
Give me a roll stealth.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
But do you have advantage? I don't think you have advantage on. Oh wait, never mind. Favorite training, yes, self advantage. I forgot about that.
Yeah, no advantage. Plus it's dark now.
But wouldn't
Wouldn't darkness give him an advantage on stealth?
Oh, on stealth?
yeah, that's
Yeah,
stuff one.
that
I was
would.
thinking about the tracking and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So, when you find yourself moving back towards town, based upon what you're hearing, but it's really quick. Make a perception check.
What am I looking?
Just a perception. Owen roll a dexterity save. Ooh, nice. Eventually you notice that whatever it is gone, smell-wise, and you're not hearing it anymore, but you do note in the very, very dim light that there's a lot of markings on the ground that seem a little strange. What do you have for a light source?
Visor?
Yeah, a light source. You don't have a torch or a lantern, do you?
No. We kind of like going in the dark or.
Yeah, so you're sort of working off of faint moonlight behind clouds. And you hear an occasional crash of thunder and lightning off in the distance. Now back to the village. Sylvia, you're looking outside the inn, right?
Yeah, I'm watching them.
Yeah, and Owen and Perry, you're smacking each other.
No, Sylvia is Perry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Owen and
Avirna.
You said roll a dex save?
Avi. Yeah, roll a dex save.
Oh, why is that?
Just do it.
Just
Yeah,
do
fuck.
it. Just do it.
You don't have advantage on a dex
Well, it doesn't
saving
matter.
throw.
The first one counts anyways.
Yeah.
The first one counts anyways.
Like
Yeah, the
rolling an
first one's
advantage, the
always
first
the-
one was his first roll anyways. So if it's
Yeah.
normal.
Okay. So, as you're doing that,
Oh crap! I'm sorry. I was reading the wrong spell.
that's okay.
Okay.
Right around here, remember it's dark and everything. You start hearing screaming.
Is this somewhere close
You
to us?
also, Theodore, you also hear this from a distance and everything.
That hit you? I don't think so. Right?
Let's see.
So
They move.
these two sparring, are they just too like focused
Yeah.
to actually pay attention?
Yeah, well, they're over here, and you just start hearing screaming come from this house over here.
But did they hear, or are they just stupid and not paying attention?
No, I'm pretty sure everybody heard it.
Okay, so I rush out and, say, "Come on," and then
Okay.
kind of go over to that area.
And what are you two doing?
If I heard a scream, I would have immediately, well, not immediately, but I would start making my way over there.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we'd kind of look at each other and run to where it was. Well, I would at least.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not really in a hurry.
And
But,
Theodore, what's she doing? Theodore?
Yeah.
Are you heading towards the screaming sound? It's really distant for you, but
Yeah, I'm still trying to track the creature. I'm kind of a one-track mind.
yeah, but the direction you're going, or you were going, based on the sounds and everything, is sort of where the direction of the screaming is coming from.
All right, I'll head there.
Okay.
Post haste.
It's going to take you a couple rounds to get there at least. But you don't even know what you're looking for. And so you rush over to the house, the three of you, and you rush in, I don't know, as you are coming into this main area, it seems like it's a series of chicken coops and part of a livery stable there, main house. And as you're coming through here, you notice that probably the female parent of the thing and three of her children are running out of there screaming.
So
Nice.
I tried to ask, "What is it?" As they're grab
That
one
is
of
keep
the
I'm
mom.
making my
running.
way inside.
They keep
Yeah,
running just
and-
right past you.
I'm right next to the young one.
Right, and
Okay.
who are these? Okay, I don't know everybody's classes yet. So Owen and Averna, what are your classes? So I understand.
Fighter and a cleric.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. So Owen's
Fighter
a
milita-
is-
Owen's a
Yeah.
fighter then. All right, then.
Well, he's a church agent. He's a church guard.
But I mean, his class is a fighter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, I sing a little ditty and I give a little inspiration to him.
Okay.
They tried to make you roll bad, but I said no, no, no. And then give him a little die.
Okay.
All
Do
right.
you have to roll anything for that?
Nope. I only have so many I can do. So
Oh, per day. That's right.
yeah, so I have 3 more that I can do for this day, but
Wow.
that
Didn't feel like it. I'll put extra roll on it.
Obviously, by the way, me and Owen and I have already drawn our weapons.
Yeah.
yeah, so that can be used
I
on
mean, I'm not
ability
gonna run
check,
in the house and
attack
draw my
roll,
weapons
or saving
immediately,
throw.
but- Yeah, I walk in the house, my hands are on my weapons because I don't know, they could be running from like a dog. Who knows?
Well, it doesn't hurt to have your weapon out.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. I can draw
It's
it.
a
So
It's
too
a
much.
nice. It's a nice
bonus
house.
action to draw your weapon, so you wouldn't be able to attack twice.
It's a nice.
Okay,
It's
I'll
a
draw my
nice. It's a nice house. Yeah, you can't attack twice unless you have a special.
Well, he does. He dual wields, but he wouldn't be able to use the bonus action if he took the bonus action to draw his weapons in the first place.
Now,
Okay,
yeah.
I'll jump weapons when I walk in the house.
Okay, as you walk into the house, it's a fairly standard house.
Do we have a
one
map,
large
or are
room.
we going
No,
theater
we're
of the
just gonna go on theater of the mind stuff here
Can
because it's just not worth the time to tactically do this whole thing.
Are we rolling initiative or anything of the sort?
Not yet.
Okay.
Because as you walk in, there's a couple lanterns around giving some light to the room. There's a fire in the fireplace, and you can see somebody sitting in front of the fireplace.
Hello.
And yeah, that's
Oh.
it.
Oh, all right.
Can we
Who's
So-
sitting in front of the fireplace?
Oh, it looks like a male, some sort, possibly
I
the
shout,
father.
identify yourself.
Doesn't move or anything.
I shout, slightly stronger, identify yourself.
Make a perception check.
Yeah,
Do what he
that's what I-
says.
Both of you make a perception check while you're shouting.
well
Whoa!
can I do it so
all my good rolls are going into skills.
Owen has
Wow.
no clue.
can I do it there
at
too?
all.
Stop. Hey, could you
Since
guys
I'm
stop
around.
rolling? Could you move your thing from advantage to normal, please? Thank you.
I don't know. I like rolling 2. I've always rolled 2
Why? you can't
because it
unless
just
you have
makes it
advantage or
convenient.
disadvantage.
Hold on.
Yeah, but it doesn't work that way though.
No, it doesn't
No.
work that way. You don't just roll
Two.
two d20s and pick one.
No, you don't. You roll 2d20s, and the left one is your standard, and your right one is your disadvantage. Well,
If you
your
say
left
so.
one is standard.
Yeah,
If you roll
that's-
advantage,
that's-
you take the higher one. If you roll a disadvantage, you take the lower one.
All right.
Yeah,
if
that's
you
how
say
I've
so.
always used it.
I mean,
That's
maybe
just
you
a
can
standard.
figure
Off
me,
if it really bugs you that bad, but
It's sort of confusing, but
Put it
know,
that way.
because
It's
I'm
more-
more than
it's
likely
more
to say
as-
in this case you rolled a 0.
Right. It's more for documentation purposes, basically saying whether or not they had advantage to do it than it is actually rolling. You know
No,
what I'm
that's what
saying?
I'm saying though. Is like we always, it, like
Right. If
Yeah,
here's the
it's
thing,
like-
you're always
if you
taking
roll
the
two
left as
dice,
standard.
if you
Yeah.
roll 2 dice every single time, we're gonna have Michael is gonna have to ask, is that advantage or not? You know?
Yeah, because some of your special abilities, like a lot of the ones that
Right.
Theodore has,
Yeah.
I
the
don't
point
know
of-
what
the point of
special
doing
abilities.
I've just been. It's yeah.
is
It's
to
not a
say,
problem
hey,
for
I
me
have
to change it.
advantage or disadvantage.
It's not a problem
Right.
for me to change it. It's just that I've always used that way, and that's
Yeah.
like
It's just
thing
one
about
extra click, and it'll
Well,
help a
that's-
lot
that's-
for clarity.
yeah.
That-
I'm not-
That's okay.
not-
You didn't see anything anyway, but
I sure as hell did.
yeah, you hear something shoot across the room behind you,
Oh, jeez.
like
Okay,
towards
so-
the door behind you.
So can I turn around?
Yeah, and you see this grayish thing, like shooting out the door. Of course,
Okay,
run
can I
after
roll
Owen,
perception
no,
on
Owen,
just how
Owen.
spooky it is?
you don't even see anything. You're still yelling at the guy in the chair. You're totally missed that one.
What about me? I was up there with
Yeah,
not
you-
all the way
you
up
hear
there, but I was
something?
in that area. So
Yeah, you hear
Oh, jeez.
you hear something heading out the door. You also hear something scurrying around there on the roof.
The rough.
the rough.
well, so then I will turn to go out, and as I do that, I'll be like, "There's something
Well,
else."
you're
Go ahead.
yeah, you were inside.
Well, I mean,
I thought you were behind. I thought
Well,
you
I was,
stopped with the
like around the doorway area. I wouldn't. I mean.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, exactly. So you're like,
Yeah.
you hear this thing coming towards you, and you also hear this thing over on the roof
So
because you rolled high enough.
Okay, so
So now roll for initiative.
everyone.
Well, yeah.
well, the people that are there.
You're gonna have to take out the.
Oh, I need to select my
Initiative
token.
table.
My token's not on here. That's why I didn't do it. I was like,
Yeah, and that's a you have to bear with me on the initiative thing.
Yeah, can you move my token over to this map
just
because
you can pull your own out.
assigned to my character sheet.
You just
I know, but it's not assigned to my character sheet. Is what I'm saying.
oh.
Oh, it should be assigned to your character sheet. Let me see.
Couldn't find my character. So there you
Yeah, it's not.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, that's my initiative.
That's your initiative. That's your initiative 15.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have +0 dex.
I'm not seeing you on this. Oh, wait a second. You guys are out in the wilderness, aren't you?
I'm over here.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, I'm over elsewhere.
Well, that token says it's assigned to you.
go. Yeah, the tracker open.
Yeah, but I'm only seeing a very small little piece of the map.
Let's see.
Like a very small little piece of the map.
Very small little piece of what map?
Oh,
The one-
I guess it just left over for some reason.
I can't tell if it's working or not because it doesn't roll anything. Is it going on the initiative list? Like we can't see the initiative list if it's open.
You gotta zoom out to get a whole thing of the map.
I am zoomed
I
out.
don't know.
Therefore,
Give me a second here. See, this is where the Roll20 thing throws me off a bit. So, turn order.
there we go.
There aren't currently any tokens on this page. Okay, you
Okay.
showed up
They
there.
haven't. Yeah, they.
We're on the wrong page.
So people who are here, put your token now onto the map. Click your token and then click the initiative button on your sheet. You are monstrous. You're as big as a house.
Well, he's not even there yet, so...
It's-
Hang on. For some reason I can't, like, it's not letting
You
me
need to
bring
have your
my
token on the
over.
map.
It's not letting you bring your token on the map?
There it goes.
Yeah.
There it is.
I don't. Mine is not assigned to my character sheet, so I kind of have to.
What am I
wait.
doing now?
Well, just
Well,
up,
your token was assigned to your character sheet.
you should
Yeah,
just
no, I have it now, but like, wait, how do I roll for initiative with it?
you click your token, then you open up your own character sheet, and then click on initiative.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
It keeps putting out my picture.
You can drag that down to your.
It's because
I
the,
got it.
your
Micro
picture,
bar.
if you should have your picture as your token, and then it'll just come out with your token.
Well, you don't have to do that. You can go to edit, and
I
it'll
know
say
you
right
can
below your
do it,
picture.
but since everybody else has just done it, it's not like anybody else can see that picture anyways.
Hold on,
So-
hold on. Hold on.
I think you're actually, by the way, the only one without an overhead token.
Nope, he has an overhead token. Hold on. I know what's going on. I figured
he's
it out.
talking to me. But
I
that's
mean, I
give
can
me a-
change it to.
it's because
No, I
there-
got it. Don't worry.
there are no,
Don't worry about it.
Like I can't find an overhead token that like doesn't look stupidly retarded
Okay.
and is
Stop
actually a
for 1
female.
second here. Let's see. Where's your token? There's your token. Click. 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 And then remove. Yes. You select your token. Save it. Now you should have a token assigned to your character. Of the right one.
There we go.
There we go. Alright.
Oh
So,
my god, he's so tiny, it's so cute.
I'm actually like 6 foot in game, but
I'm just talking about the
Yeah.
tokens. It's like itty bitty.
I gotta ask one more time. Could you like
Oh,
expand
is
that?
that
for me?
you? The one who's like a quarter of a tile big?
Yeah.
okay.
Like,
But that's probably
here on
actually
my-
more accurately sized because of the house, you know.
How are you rolling decimals?
Oh, I put break ties, so if 2 people roll 10s, it'll pretty much break the tie instead.
Ah.
And just people
Okay,
like,
and the .02 is just your dex mod.
yeah.
So like everyone else has a .04 and I have a .00. But regardless, I'm better than you guys
Alright.
Oh.
somehow. I'm the only one without without dex.
It's just a roll.
Better
It's
than you
not-
guys
it's not better.
somehow.
It's just you gotta roll.
Right, somehow. Don't worry, guys. I'll roll like crap on my attack rolls, but at least I have my skills good.
I go last.
Who's this big guy here?
Which one?
That one.
The one with the... Yeah, that's me.
How come I can't resize it?
Because... I don't know, actually. That's a good question.
Everybody else is resized, right?
I don't know if he tried mine or not, but
No, he didn't really resize mine.
You're
I
real.
kept it, like,
mine's,
I can't
I
resize it anymore.
well,
Oh, that's interesting. I'm now as a player.
oof.
That's weird.
Yeah, we are
Oh,
on the.
I know what's up. I know what's up. Okay, here we go.
are you on the wrong screen?
I was on the wrong. No, I was in a player mode.
Yeah.
This is a GM. You can go in player
Yeah,
mode
I know that.
and everything. So there you go. And so there you guys are in here with that guy. And then let's see, paste.
It come out the creature.
Yeah,
So,
Range.
okay. So it's coming out, and I can kind
that
of,
one's coming
and
out.
I
Yeah,
can tell that it's coming out, but there's also something on the roof.
sure looks like it.
Man, range.
So, yeah, and I got to roll for initiative for them. So give me a second here. So I wanted to give you some sort of action-packed stuff tonight. Yeah, no?
Yep.
What the heck is that?
Okay. Hmm?
What is that?
Alright, so there's
Outside
one
the game,
there.
I believe that's a cockatrice. Inside the game, I have no idea.
Alright, so I have to roll for initiative on those. How do you roll for initiative again?
There should be.
Since I don't
those-
have character sheets, you'd have to
No, they do.
It should be on the
should
character
be-
sheet.
yeah.
I would just roll a d20 and then right click on the token and add, and then just put the number in manually.
See, I'm so out of touch with this part of it.
There's a macro for it.
So instead of looking at before the
Yeah,
game, you just
hold
have
on.
to figure it out right now.
After a while, you get used to it, and you even like become very good with the interface.
Let's see.
It's not that bad.
$13. Now it's rolling point numbers.
It's for the break dot, the tiebreaker. It's fine.
Okay. Oh, okay. I got it. Yep. And then let's see. That's this one here. Okay. It's a problem with flipping between sheets here. I'll get the hang of it. You just have to bear with me, guys. Alright, there
So,
we
guys,
go.
in other news, I traded in my Nito wrist brace for a Nito ankle brace. My
How'd
broken
you do
wrist
that?
is all healed up, but I have Achilles tendonitis. Hooray!
Well, you said that, and I was thinking one of those ones with nice little blinking light on it that goes off if you get more than 1,500 yards from your house.
Yeah,
50
that's
feet from your house.
like,
Oh,
Not
we
an
s-
ankle bracelet.
we
not,
see
a, not,
where-
a, not an ankle bracelet, an ankle brace.
yeah.
We see where everybody's mind goes automatically, huh?
Man, I grew up in the
Yeah,
ghetto.
I've had a couple ankle braces before because I used to fight a lot, but yeah, no,
Couple ankle braces.
a couple. It's not that bad.
What, like the house arrest bracelets?
Yes.
Lovely. Lovely.
You're not
What a
necessarily
good, what a
house
good
arrest
kid
from
you are.
kids. I'm a good kid now.
hacked a
Says the
couple
one
back
who's
in my
had
day.
a couple of house arrest bracelets.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm leaving
Okay.
out.
Oh, you make a roll for the entire group of identical creatures. Huh. Okay.
If you want to
You can
order
do
that,
either
what you
one.
can do.
You could do it either way you want. Have them
Yeah.
individually or as a group.
Okay.
If you
A
want to
lot of
So-
order it,
times, what a lot of DMs do is they have the players basically go first, and then all of the creatures in whatever
Yeah.
order he wants.
It really it can do anyway. You
It
can
just depends. It's DM dependent,
yeah.
as are most things.
So if you want to
Yeah.
do 'em individually initiative or group initiative or just straight up turn order, like it's either way. Like players, enemies, players, but
Yeah. Personally, if I have time, I like to take the people with the lowest initiative have to declare what they're going to do first, so the faster people have a choice to react to it. But it's a little time consuming. So Sylvia, you get to go first.
no, you didn't order it. It's whoever
That is false.
that person with the mace is.
I
Oh,
go
okay. I'm
first.
sorry. How do you order
There
that?
should
if
be
you
like
want to order it, go to the cog and put it in descending order.
yeah.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, there we
There
go.
we go.
So, okay, what are you gonna do?
All right. So how far away am I from these creatures?
Well, this creature right here is probably a good, but 5, 10 feet.
In this gen, you can make an ability check as a free action, right?
I don't think so. I believe you have to if you're making a check, depending on what it is, it'll take your action. And some gyms may even let that be a bonus action.
Yeah, I'm
Making
trying
a
to.
quick insight check to see if to see kind of how tough the dude is. Would that be like a free action, or would I have to spend an action on that, or a bonus action?
I would probably say it's a. I would probably say it's a bonus action.
All right.
I can't
And it would
understand
be
what you're
insight
saying.
to sort of see how tough
Yeah,
he is, right?
yeah. Be insight. It'd be like looking for somebody's weak spot in the thing.
Okay.
So
Well, I
it
was
would
really going
require
for like
some sort, but it wouldn't
I
eat
was
your
gonna
action.
go for like is this dude tough, or is he kind of weak?
Yeah,
All right. Yeah, that's a no.
that's a no. He's not tough.
That's
No,
a
he's-
no. I did not pass the ability check.
Oh yeah, throw that D6 inspiration.
I already put it on there before they went in, so I'm just reminding.
Oh,
I put it on Owen, right?
Yes, the fighter.
It's no worries though. Like I don't have anything to use the bonus action. Right. So I'm gonna do Sacred Flame and then approach the nearest creature. So that nearest creature needs to make a Dex saving throw.
A Dex saving throw, huh?
Right. And cover does not give it advantage.
No, it's running out the door down the short hall. So.
But it says the spell specifically says
Well, for
there's
this,
no
I'm just
benefit
saying
for
that
cover.
for this particular spell.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that wasn't good.
well, that's not very good.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna do it.
So 1d8,
So
1d8 radiant damage. Kappa.
How much damage?
1d8 radiant damage.
that much damage.
Whoa! Damn. That's
Yeah, right.
Huh?
Yeah, fucking killed that guy. Destroyed him. Ruined his life.
Yeah, he's still moving.
And now I kind of want to get all up in his grill with my move action.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. What are you gonna do, Sylvia?
oh, you can move down the thing by clicking up and down.
So can I see this? You told me that I heard it. Can I see this one coming out the door?
Yeah, that one you can see because you were going in the door.
Okay, then I sit there and I'm like, I know you like to think yo shit don't stink, but lean a little bit closer and see. It's vicious mockery. Wisdom.
Oh, man, what a good spell.
Wisdom saving throw, or it takes 1d4 psychic damage and has a disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Which one is this? The one closer to me or the one on the roof?
The one down here, because.
Cool.
Alright,
Oh,
so
geez.
1d4.
That's not good.
Okay.
I don't know why it didn't.
This is why I do not let players roll for stats.
I don't. What is this? Oh, okay. I see what happened. Okay. The first one, anyways. Well, both of them are exactly the same, but they're 1 damage. But it's okay.
So he takes
The disadvantage is
1
what I
damage.
wanted. I wanted the
Well,
disadvantage.
they have to pass the saving throw first.
Well, he did.
Yeah,
he,
I didn't.
He
Go
didn't.
first to
It's
take
15.
any damage.
It's 15 saving throw. He rolled an
I
8.
didn't.
15 wisdom save.
Yeah.
No, I
he
rolled the
it. It was an
wisdom
8.
save and failed it.
So I.
Oh, it's up there. The 8.
Yeah,
Okay,
I move here, and then I can see. I would assume Avirna back there, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm like, you're my inspiration.
Oh my god. I'm the meaning in your life.
And
Okay.
and pass it because I could do that as a bonus action. So
Okay.
I'm down
Well,
to 2.
let me point out the damage that was done to that guy.
Okay.
1 damage.
One.
Hey, one is potentially.
Well, yeah, but
you
I
know.
mean, the important thing with vicious mockery is that now
No,
it
it's
feels
but
vicious.
let him just tell.
and it gets
Let's-
disadvantage.
Let him tell what's
That
going
is
on.
where the power lies.
It's mock chicken.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Shut up and let him talk.
So the chickens actually mock so badly by you that it flips back around and bites at Avenir. Avir.
Just call me Avi.
Oh, you Avi.
It also has a disadvantage with that.
Of course, it's got a 21 versus AC.
No, but it has a disadvantage,
Well,
so it has to run again
disadvantage
Oh, why does that have disadvantage?
because of my vicious
because of
mockery.
vicious mockery.
Oh, does that
It
do
has
that?
disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Okay, so we'll roll it again and see.
No.
Ooh, yeah, 9. That sucks.
That's why this
Talk
is.
about unlucky.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the first time you would have been unlucky, but yeah. Anyway,
Oh, not that unlucky.
huh?
Not that unlucky. But unlucky.
Yeah,
Now,
Well,
bit.
thankfully I had put the inspiration,
Yes,
so he could have used
the
inspiration
vicious
for the saving
mockery.
throw if need be.
vicious mockery is some good shit. I love that spell.
Okay, Theodore's not there yet. Owen, you're inside the room. You don't even know what's going on because you missed that perception check at the beginning of the round.
But I'm sure he heard.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I
clamor.
would have seen Avir. And,
You're hearing stuff. You were looking the other direction at the guy that was sitting there.
is he still sitting
So,
there? Or...
yep, he's still sitting there. So you can either run up behind Avir and do I don't know what because it's a small doorway.
I'm so confused right now. It's like, who's causing the problem? Okay, how far away is the guy in the chair from me?
About, I mean, the whole place is about,
A step or
20
two.
feet
Don't
by
hit him.
20 feet. Yeah, so he's about 5 feet away from you.
I'll go walk 5 feet over and look at him.
And he's stone.
Wow. Solid.
Yeah, solid stone.
He on that good kush.
Yep.
And alcohol. Alright, so I run in. Who's blocking the door? Is it this chicken lizard thing or
Yeah.
Avir?
Well, Severe is blocking the way because the chicken thing's over there in front of him.
Well, I can move through players or other players' spaces, so I'll run past.
Yeah, which
But
is
you-
just difficult terrain.
Hold on. Make another perception check.
Okay.
If you choose to, you can add 1d6 to
Yeah.
that.
Roll that d6, add it to it.
Yeah, roll the crap out of it, please.
Yeah, roll the crap out of it, please.
11.
It's not too bad. That's like a
11.
decent.
That's-
That's like an okay one.
That is good enough to recognize that there's another sound behind you
Yeah, it was a
You've-
DC 10.
where you flip around and see one of these creatures starting to try to lunge at you.
Oh, jeez.
Oh hell no! So, I look it in the face and I say, "Oh, you're coming for me, buddy." Then I immediately attack it twice, and like the first attack. Hold on, I'll roll first because I don't want to make a cool scene without actually hitting.
Would
Oh,
be
and
cool.
crits.
You know.
Ooh, nice.
So my first attack, like I immediately aim for the neck and just, and then I drop a knee and then I aim for the neck and yeah, hopefully I think I kill it. Try to chop his head off with the crit.
Yeah. So, is there a penalty on the second roll or anything like that?
No, actually, there isn't.
Um,
He took the dual wielder feat,
The
Oh.
dual wielder feat?
so he can
Yeah.
also, on the secondary attack, he can also add his ability modifier to the damage.
Huh. Okay.
But
So that is a total
it
of.
didn't actually do the crit damage correctly on this thing, did it?
Did it?
No, it
I
didn't.
think it did.
You should
Oh,
you should re-roll your damage on. Oh no, it
Plus-
did.
I see
No,
what
it
it
did.
did. I
actually
see
did
what it
It
did.
did.
because
I see what
in
it did,
this
though. It's fine.
in this edition, it's not double damage. You
Yeah,
roll
no,
the
I
die
see what-
twice.
Yeah.
I see what
Yeah.
it is.
But
Yeah,
it also
so-
didn't. It did add.
Yeah,
it is-
so it's total of what's this? 16 plus this
Yeah, that's right.
22
It's 8
points
plus
damage.
14. Yeah, 22 points of damage, I think. Yeah, it's 22
Wow.
points of damage.
That's killer.
That's that good crit.
What did you do? Huh? What?
Yeah, I know. It's like 22 points of damage, first level character, one round. That's pretty impressive. So,
Crit, I guess I don't know.
yeah, yeah, definitely. So, that means that, which is good. And I doubt that hits your armor class,
No.
because your armor class is what?
17 currently because dual wielder does give you a +1 AC.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, that dual wielder like turns you into like what?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's
Yeah.
crazy stupid. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, I just have to ramp up the creatures attacking you. That's all.
Yeah. No, I understand.
So, okay, so that's that one. And then
If that's
this,
petrification hits, that's gonna hurt.
and then what?
Petrification hits, that's gonna hurt.
Well, and this one's leaping down at Sylvia
Which one? Oh, the one on top.
off the roof. Yeah,
Good luck.
good luck. Yeah, it's like I said, these guys are not doing too hot. You guys are kicking their butts already and everything. So, of course, he's right. If one person gets through, what's your DC?
AC?
Or what's your AC?
Oh my god, 16. That's what hits.
Or you got to make a DC 11 Constitution saving roll then.
So,
That was good.
so I take 4 damage.
So you only you take 4 points of damage. Okay, so you'll be able to get there at the end of next round, Theodore. Okay. So do we roll for initiative again,
That's
I
again.
don't
That's
think
up
so.
to
I
you.
or
think
is it just once?
It's up to you.
Yeah, it's one.
You can do it once and just repeat it, or you can make it into every single turn. But most
Let's
people
just
do
make it
once.
easy. Let's just repeat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you can the up and down arrow. You can sort through whose turn it is. On the turn.
Yeah.
You can actually move it.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Cool. That's cool.
What's
Alright.
cool?
Makes it a little easier.
Okay, so Avenir, your first roll. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna hit that lizardy chicken in the face
Okay,
with my mace.
with your mace. Okay,
Yes.
roll and see if you hit it. What the hell?
I did that. I hit it.
Man,
I hit it hard.
Damn, he did that.
I think it's not that we're strong. I think it's that it's really lucky. Because honestly,
I think this is. I think. Are we playing Critical Role or like where everything's a 20 all the time? Like, damn.
I don't know. That was crazy though.
I guess
That's 2 crits in a row.
I guess you don't need to use the inspiration on that one. Too
Yeah,
bad it's
I'm
not for
gonna go
damage.
ahead and save it.
Too bad it's not for damage too.
And
Plus,
now, for some reason, it broke my ability to do something to the chicken.
Unlucky.
But that's okay. I can look over here.
make sure you click
Alright,
on the
so
arrow.
did 13 damage.
I'll click on the arrow.
No, I meant on the.
Wait,
on the...
wait, 1 second. Sylvia, are you okay? Are you feeling okay? Or
What?
are you hurting
Oh no, I'm
from
fine.
getting pecked?
I'm fine.
I meant the arrow on your list.
Fuck.
The tools over there.
Wait, hello, Sylvia.
Yeah, did you not hear? Oh, I said I'm fine. It's cool.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, I clicked on it. That's weird. Okay, now I can do it. It was acting all weird.
Oh, this can be fun.
Actually, it doesn't like that
Which-
one. I think you killed it.
Which one attacked me? The one on the roof? You said? Jumped down.
Yeah,
and
that
attacked-
one attacked you.
Okay.
I really think that you killed that. Wait, you had 13 points of damage?
And
13 points of damage.
and it has
we
the
had 3 before that,
Yeah, so 16.
we had
and
4
one
before
before
that.
that.
Yeah, so
and 1
Yeah.
after that, rather.
So-
So 17 total damage.
Okay,
On
it's
that
still
chicken.
moving. It's still moving. It's pissed at you now, too. What are you gonna do, Sylvia?
what is like what? Okay, from me, how far is this
Oh.
chicken from me?
Oh, I'd say well, that one's from about, I'd say 7 feet.
And then
That one jumped down at you.
okay, but and then what is
So,
is this one actually 18 feet or is it farther?
nah, it's farther and it's past the 2 other ones. Because remember, they're coming out the door and
Yeah,
then they start
so-
fighting in the door.
But you said this whole room right here is about 20 feet, correct?
20 feet by 20 feet, yeah.
Okay. So just inside the door, underneath this thing. So like it should hit, it's a 20-foot radius, so it should hit the whole room back there. And I'm assuming that from the door to me is not 20 feet. I'm going to cast Fairy Fire. So
Okay.
it's 20 foot, and I'm going to choose green. Not that it matters, but so if they don't make a DC 15 Dexterity save, then they have a little glow around them, and everybody who attacks them has advantage.
Oh, okay.
So we need to make that save too.
Any
Yeah.
attack- Any creature in the area, yeah. So I have to do it as well.
Okay. Well, that's good. You passed it.
Yep, and didn't even have to use that inspiration.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Sylvia.
I rolled. Wait, what?
Let's see.
No, that's wrong. There's no way because my dex should be +6, and it says I rolled a 7, but it only put +1. So something's wrong with the
No, it says you rolled a 3 here.
Oh, that was
3
you.
plus 1.
Never mind. Oh, okay. I was looking at the DM one. Okay.
Yeah, the DDM one, it botched it too.
Okay.
That one,
That
wait.
makes sense.
Why
though.
would you have to make the saving throw against yourself? I
Yeah,
don't
that
think
doesn't
it
make
affects-
sense
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
because I cast it,
It
right?
doesn't affect you.
Yeah, just ignore that. Let's see. Let's see about this one.
Okay. But that would mean that the Avirn and Owen would have to do it though because they're in the area.
Yeah, but I passed it.
Yeah, so Owen
Owen
needs
didn't
to.
roll. But you okay.
Okay, that
What?
works.
Woohoo.
Wow, you guys have
Yeah.
had some.
Yeah.
What a waste of a
Amazing
nat
rolls.
20, though.
Yeah. So, but so 2 of the 3 have it. What about the third one?
Well, it was 20 foot on this one. Oh yeah.
Because
You're right.
if I
So hold
cast
on.
it here, then it means that
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
why,
that
Yep.
everything gets affected.
that's why I moved so I could see the door.
And that's
Wow,
why
crit.
that one critics
Okay,
and doesn't.
So which one does not have it?
That's the chicken. That's the one that's attacking you.
Okay, that's fine.
Isn't having a problem attacking
Okay,
you.
so the other 2
Oh,
have
whoops.
a green glow
Yep.
around them,
And
That
so
gives us advantage to them.
and it's not.
Right.
It's
Right.
anybody who attacks has advantage on them.
Wait, which color did you pick?
Green.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Why?
I like purple.
Just so
Well,
you
but
know, you're doing
it's dark,
good.
and like I figured green would stand out more.
I guess. I guess you're right.
Uh,
It
just
is.
Mike,
Yeah.
just so you know, you're doing a ability check, not an ability save, which means you're losing your proficiency.
Oh. Well, they're
Do they
just
have
No,
chickens.
proficiency
Who
in dex?
They
cares?
don't have proficiency in it, I doubt. Or
I don't
do
think
No,
they
they?
they
have
don't.
proficiency in
No,
dex
because
saving.
they're chickens.
Yeah.
That character sheet would figure that out anyway. I'm just
Yeah.
letting you know you're not wrong. Save your own check. Different.
Any attack roll against yourself.
As I'm looking at it, oh, I guess they do have a 2 proficiency
And
bonus on those.
they also can't benefit from being invisible, so if anything's invisible in there that you haven't shown to us, they would have to do that too.
Only if they failed
just-
their save.
Yes, so
Might get you some macros for invisible
it's a
checks.
DC 15, so
Well, anyway, the one that's attacking Owen there, or not Owen,
me.
Arvira, is being bit at.
Oh, so that's on Avirn?
My
Yep.
armor class is 18.
Mother of God.
Well, he's a cleric, of course. They have stupid high armor class.
Yeah, I have heavy armor and a shield.
Okay, and so then, Theodore, you show up. Do you have like a? You gotta get around the building though, so you won't be able to get over there till next round. But Owen, you can attack.
Ooh.
Isn't that chicken
Alright.
lizard behind him like long dead or?
No,
Oh wow, really?
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it's close.
Wow.
it's pretty close, but it's sort of pissy. What the hell? And now it's dead.
Did the first one kill it?
Yeah.
Can I move over and use the second attack
Yeah,
on this one?
you actually can.
I think it's within 5 feet.
No, he
Alright,
might
so-
attack once, use his movement to run over, then use his second attack.
Bonus action to attack again with
Yeah,
dual
on this
wield.
one.
That's like crazy. Okay.
Wait till he gets action surge.
Yeah.
Well,
Then you
I'm
can
not
take
gonna
it
feel.
back.
I'm not gonna feel bad about throwing the creatures I'm throwing at you guys.
Yeah, I'll use the second attack on this cockatrice right here.
Action surge lets him basically take his turn twice.
Well, not his turn. He gets to take another action. He
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
get
part
a
of
second
his-
bonus action.
his
Oh, no.
That's an
special
important
feat.
Read
distinction.
up. I read up on it. You actually can take another bonus action and everything.
Wow.
I'm
Full
not sure
turn.
about the extra bonus action because I've heard mixed things, but
Because
I'm
it
pretty
didn't
sure.
say extra turn. It said extra action.
No, what I'm saying is when I read up on it in an article, and there was an article done by the people who made the game.
Oh,
And
so
they're
they had-
actually
had
saying
one of,
that-
like, their rules things and said that it's a whole other turn.
What-
Yeah, it's a whole like you get an action and your second action.
Is this with a feat, you
Oh.
said?
For just a feat?
No, that's
No, this is for the fighter class.
Oh, for the
given
surge.
fighter thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they get that at level
Oh yeah.
No, but what is he using now for the second attack, though, is what I'm saying.
bonus action.
Bonus action. Duelist
Yeah, no,
gets
no, but I
action
meant like
bonus.
from what is what I'm saying.
Oh, his second longsword.
Yeah.
Oh, you're dual wielding.
Yeah,
I don't
he-
know-
he is
I don't know why you-
Okay, two.
I'm
weapon
looking
I
at
see.
it here. What's 2-weapon fighting? I'll have to check that.
But
There's two things. There's two weapon fighting, which is like a thing you can get from fighter.
Well,
and
he
then
means
there's
two weapon,
means
fi-
what are
but
the
they still have to
mechanics
follow
of
the
the
normal
wielding
two.
two
Well,
But you still have to follow the normal two weapon fighting thing, which means that you need to have a light weapon in one hand. You have to have light
Yeah.
weapons. You can't.
no, no, no.
I
You,
don't-
dual wielding feat eliminates that. They
Did-
don't.
right.
Have
Oh,
any
did you
light-
get that feat?
Yeah,
right,
he got.
Yeah.
the feat.
Oh, okay, that's what I was.
Right.
Okay, that's what I was meaning.
right.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
But the thing was, I was just wondering, 2-weapon fighting.
Then
yeah, two weapon fighting.
allows you to
Yeah,
add your
the-
modifier to the damage.
Yeah.
But always you
But
for the attack
doesn't
roll.
give you-
always-
Doesn't give you 2 attacks though. 70.
Well,
No,
it
I'm
is
using
using.
He has
my
two
bonus
weapons.
action.
He has a
You
weapon on
can't
each hand.
You use your action to make your first attack and your bonus action to use your second attack. You can
But-
attack. You can do your action and then move and then do your bonus action, that's okay. In
But
this
I
edition.
didn't think the bonus action gave you a second attack. I thought
It
you could
does
only.
when you have one weapon in each hand. That's
Yeah.
a standard thing. But
Does it?
normally it has to
Mhm.
be light weapons to be able to do it. However, with the feat dual wielder, you can still use your second attack if even if the weapons aren't light.
Wow.
Yeah,
It just
feats
seems
are
like
good in this edition.
incredibly powerful.
Yeah, feats are good in this edition.
I guess so.
Give
There's
up
not very
ability
many of
points.
them.
Give up ability points for feats in this one. That's
Yep,
why.
yep.
Yeah.
That's true. You do. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
you can forego
the
your
second
2
a-
ability points.
the second
for-
attack. The second attack kills that one too.
All right. So it's just the one next
Alright.
to me that's.
So the only one left is the one that's attacking you.
Whoa! This turnover. Oh, I see what happened. Okay.
And let's see. Going to make an attempt.
Ooh.
It's biting who?
You.
All right.
It's the only one that's still alive right
Yeah.
down
Well,
here.
the other guy ran up, right?
Oh no, I ran up to this one right here. Oh. So
Ooh.
you think the Constitution save is your ally? Oh.
I begin to
Oh.
turn the stone, and I'm restrained.
Yep.
So I'm not stone yet.
No, you have to, and it's only for 24 hours
Yeah, but
anyway.
it's-
So.
Is that the end of its
Okay.
turn?
So we're going back to the next one, which means that it's now
Pass. It said.
your turn.
But can I get a little lay on hands, please?
So lay on hands.
Avenir,
That's not what it's called. I
what are you
meant
gonna
that bonus to my saving.
Lucas.
Oh, you don't have the saving one. Oh, never mind.
Okay, so, alright, so she still needs to be healed, because I assume you're hurting, right?
It's
8 points of damage.
Which is a
this
lot.
4. So I have
Unless she has like a huge Constitution.
I have
modifier.
2 points left.
So, I'm gonna use Healing Word as a bonus action, because I can do that.
Okay.
And, what's your max HP?
Mine is 10.
Yours is 10, and you have how many left? 2?
2. Yes.
So, 8. So, plus 4, plus 3. I automatically fully heal her.
All right.
Okay.
Because I have plus 4 because of the Wisdom modifier, plus 3 because of my Divine Healing whatever, which gives me 2 plus my Cleric level, so that's plus 3, and I have to roll at least a 1. So
Okay.
Healing Word heals her completely.
Our
Okay.
next, I feel like Michael's next fight is gonna be a dragon force.
I know we're gonna be like, ah.
And then
But
my,
Sylvia is still restrained,
Yeah.
and so she can't do anything.
Yeah, I can do stuff. I just can't move.
right.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
okay.
can use somatic things.
So
And then I run up.
Well, she can't. She can do somatic things.
No, she can't. She can do
Verbal.
visual.
Verbal. I'm
It's-
sorry. Yeah, I keep getting.
Yeah, I was
those
gonna
mixed up.
say.
See, somatic sounds like something that would come out of your mouth, but yeah, somatic is hand gestures. and
So I
stuff.
run
Don't
up
worry.
and I hit it with my mace because why not?
Okay, so
that one you cast, is that a bonus action?
I thought that was
That is a
cast-
bonus action.
casting's a bonus action.
It depends on the
Well,
spell.
this particular one, Healing Word, is one bonus action.
Oh yes, healing word is definitely a bonus action.
Okay, well there you go.
So I'm gonna hit it in the face with my mace.
As opposed to, what the frickin' hell?
Well, that was a nice battle.
You
Little
didn't
fire
even
shot.
get. You didn't even get to hit anything there, Theodore.
And a fire shot.
Hey, why don't you roll the dice, Theodore, just to make sure? Why don't you attack just to make sure this thing's dead?
It'd be like he happened to come around the thing at
I
the same
missed.
time.
How the only one that group.
You
Well,
can
you
move on the
sh-
corner, shoot an
He's
arrow.
like, and the arrow misses.
Shoots an arrow. Okay, roll to see if you hit, Avenir, who's over there next to it.
Yeah, who's directly behind the chicken.
Behind it. They just
You're gonna
got
kill
killed.
Avenir.
Did he miss?
I didn't roll one.
No, it's okay. All right.
Okay.
So you now have 3 of these dead things
All right, so I
laying
have to roll
around.
one more time for the was it Constitution save?
Yeah, you gotta roll one more time to see if you turn to
'Cause
stone for 24 hours or not.
Wait, is the
Yes.
combat now?
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And I like,
Yeah, you killed all 3 of them.
and I sigh with relief as I turn back normal.
I flick the blood off of my swords and I resheath them.
Do
And I
chicken
walk out of
lizards
the
have
house.
blood?
Well, it has something. Resembles blood, I think.
Is it
They're sort of
green?
sort of disgusting little creatures. They look like crosses between rats that got in a cockfight and then half eaten by snakes.
Can we
Gross.
do like a nature thing to see if we know what these are?
You could.
So I like, does anybody know what this is? And you know, can because
Wait,
obviously
stop,
I do
stop.
not.
It's
Obviously,
something ugly. Why do you even care? Look at that.
All right, but
you have
Jesus Christ.
so
you have no clue.
but I was gonna say like I can give someone a
Okay.
bonus if you tell me beforehand.
Theodore, roll your d4. Just in case.
You might not need it.
He doesn't need it.
Theodore. You've heard rumors of creatures that turn things to stone. You've heard rumors of like different creatures that are merged together, like hybrid creatures. But
Is there a wizard in this town by chance?
I'm trying to think. Yes, I think there is one.
Not
So
nature.
I'm like, aren't you supposed to be like
That's
ranges
the
and
one
stuff?
thing you
How do
do
not
notice that is definitely not natural in any way, shape, or form.
That's what I tell them. Not nature. Outborn nature.
Can't this guy speak
I
in whole
suggest,
sentences?
I suggest, guys, that we take one of them or all of them and bring them to the town wizard and see if he can identify them.
Does the town have a wizard?
We just
Well, we were
went
just
over
talking
this.
about that.
Okay. Sorry.
Do
But
we
I-
know the town has a wizard?
No, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
the
We just talked
first
about that. Yeah, I said there was a town wizard.
Okay.
You
Right,
guys have
well,
hung
he asked
around
if
the
we knew
town
the
for
town
like a
wizard.
week. Yeah,
All right. So
Right,
well,
so
but I
let's
think
go.
we're gonna stop there for the night. It's 12:30 already.
3:30.
it
Not
depends
for
on where
me.
you are.
It's 12:30.
4:30 p.m.
I know. And so we stayed up a little bit longer, and then I'll fix the problems with the maps and the stuff like that before we play next time.
If you need any help with that stuff, let me know. I can show
Okay.
you how to. I can also show you. I can also help you like load stuff into GIMP and line it up with grids better.
Hey
that kind of
Perry,
Yes.
how do you get those really cool spell cards?
Under the spells. I just put
For
them in.
some reason, like when I input a spell, it doesn't do that.
Did you
I
put?
have to input everything manually, and there's no like search feature or anything.
Oh
You
yeah,
do?
no, I just put in the contact. I mean, there's a website called Grimoire that I use. Here, I'm gonna post it up in the game. And so I would go to that. I figured out what spell I want, and I went there and I just copy pasted it. So
Yeah, you can just drag spells from the thing into here, right? There's like a little SRD. You can
Yeah,
drag
that
spell.
little eye up there, the upper point.
Yeah.
If you click
Hold
on
on.
the eye,
does it actually put it in there though?
Yeah, you just gotta drag the spell thing in there. Let me show you how quickly I make Acid Arrow one of my spells. If it lets me.
Yeah, but on that fighter
Oh.
issue we were talking about earlier.
That's cool. Yes, I see how it does it now. I didn't know it actually did it like that. So if you go to create a new one, and then you look it up at the little eye in the circle, you can drag it over like they were saying and put it in.
Yeah, but it don't have all of them.
No, I know, like Vicious Mockery
Sadly.
didn't have one. I had to do it manually, but otherwise I just put it in manually from the Grimoire.
I think you can do it from Grimoire somehow. Dude,
I just put it. Oh,
hmm.
Now I can just.
Oh, good to know. All right, so I'll do that tomorrow then. In the meantime, I have work in 4.5 hours.
Well, you need to get some sleep
Probably wasn't
then.
a good idea to.
It's
Yeah.
always a good idea.
Yeah, no.
And
But
anyway, I wouldn't be getting to sleep for another half an hour anyway, even if I didn't have this, so it's all good. Alright, so then I'm gonna head off.
Well, thank you very much for playing.
Thank
Hope
you
you
for
had
having
fun.
me.
Are
This
our
was
characters like
this
going
was a
to
great
bed
one,
after
actually.
this?
This was one of the better. This is one of the better groups I've campaigned with. For
Okay.
sure.
Well, it'll get better once I get the hang of this interface stuff.
And once
Yeah,
I
Hey,
get
man.
the
you
hang
might hope.
of
And once I figure out how maximum powerful your characters are, so I can throw something that's actually a challenge at you guys.
All right.
Well,
they have
I-
clever little challenge ratings, by the way, attached
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
but
to the monsters.
There's a site called Kobold Fight Club,
yeah, I know I used that one.
and also, which you, if you want to like know about my character, my max damage is 22 damage at level 1.
Yeah, no, that's where it throws it off actually,
Yeah.
So
because it's like, oh, a challenge level rating for for a bard with a 20 charisma and human with that feat doing that, it sort of throws off the challenge levels.
Yeah. It only really accounts like
God damn it, dude!
for like when you don't roll like amazing. Like I haven't rolled bad yet. Like I rolled a bunch of hits.
Yeah,
No,
we
see-
happen to roll really well, and that was a lot of
Well,
it.
Fuck you.
let me ask you, when you did the challenge ratings on that site, you probably did like the first or second level. Like, not what I mean is like when you put in the information of the group and everything, it probably come out like challenge level of like they usually has like easy.
Yeah, and
medium,
it showed
whatever.
and it showed that the one I'm looking at right here that we just did,
Yeah.
I only used if I would have used the same number, let me find my encounter list here. Yeah, that one was considered a a hard challenge for 8 players at level 1. Oh no,
Wow.
wait a minute. Let me double check
You
that
sure?
again.
Because we would have got murdered.
No, that can't
Well,
be
but
right because that
that's-
site's not that bad off.
That's assuming
Well-
we made our saving throws and that the things rolled decent. Like it could have gone a lot different.
Yeah, but even with, I mean, even if, I mean, that wasn't hard for 8 players. There's
Yeah,
no way.
not for 8 players, probably.
8 first levels. Yeah, that's what I thought.
What
Um,
monster was this? What creature?
Is it
Cockatrice.
Cockatrice? Actually, it was for 8 players at level 1, it was a medium challenge at 400 experience points.
Are our characters going to be going to sleep right after this, or is there something going to happen before on the next
No,
one?
I'd probably be going to sleep after
Okay.
this.
Then just because I really, really want to try this one time, and because Owen was being stupid to my character, I cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on him.
Tasha's Hideous Laughter is probably the single most fun spell in this game.
I know.
Wait,
So,
casting on who?
Casting on who?
if you can make a wisdom throw of 15 or more, then nothing happens. But if you don't, then you just fall into laughter for a minute.
Wait, who?
On Owen.
Everyone.
Owen.
Not everyone.
No, it's on a creature of your choice.
Yeah, who are you
Oh.
casting it on?
Owen.
Oh, Owen.
Because he was being a poohead to me.
Yeah,
earlier.
but, so you know, action surge. This is where people got confused. This is why they had to change the wording, or they're changing the wording in future book. Where is it?
Owen, make
Okay.
make a wisdom
Yeah,
saving.
I'm looking for. Hold on.
It
It should
reads,
be on the plate.
push beyond normal limits. On your turn, it says on your turn you can take an additional action on top of your regular action. And then where people get confused is it says and a possible bonus action. What they're reading it as on top of your regular action and a possible bonus action. But what it's saying is you get it on top, you get a additional attack on top of regular action and possibly a bonus action on top of that,
Got it.
which means full move. The reason why it says possibly because the bonus action can always be taken away by a DM, depending on the situation.
Yeah, like you pissed the DM off.
Well, no, I mean there are situations where it would be hard to swing two swords, or there are
No.
situations where you know something else is happening to make it like okay, you got another mob that has a reaction, and it reacts before he can do his bonus attack. Well, he can't do his bonus attack. You know what I mean? There are feats that allow mobs to react. So
No, yeah, I got that. But yeah, so yeah, I was doing this 3 cockatrices,
yeah,
8 players, level 1. It's a medium encounter.
yeah. See, that's that man. So I mean,
You guys had awesome rolls, and he's got that dual. He's got that feat, you know.
uh,
And honestly, it was that feat, and it's you guys' super high armor classes.
um, yeah. Well, I mean, uh, that's where like I think where it comes in there is you need to balance. You'll have to balance it. Like that thing can't really balance it for an even amount of casters and melee creatures. You know, so you gotta look at what you're fighting. If you got a lot
Right.
of high armor class people, you're gonna need more casters or more.
Right.
You know, you need a balance. I mean, it's just like a regular party.
Oh
You,
yeah.
you
It's just
can't
like
be
anything
mad.
else. And like I said, this is the first time I've played 5th edition in like a year and a half.
That group right there, that melee heavy group, would have got what before I showed up would have gotten mauled by a good mage. You know what I
Like
mean?
good what?
A mage, a good
Oh
wizard,
yeah. Anything with range.
yeah, or a couple cultists or anything. You know, I mean, they would have got mauled because they would have been crowd controlled and hit with a bunch of spells, and their armor class wouldn't have meant nothing. You know, so
Yeah,
I mean, like
it
that
just
Toxic City's laughter, bam.
yeah.
So
Like
it's
I
really what it is.
like I said, it's interesting coming from a different set of gaming rules and the way they work versus this. So it's like a whole learning curve thing. Because like yeah, I don't know. I'm still learning like how the encounter works out. Because honestly, these characters are like way more powerful than first levels in any other edition.
Actually,
Yeah,
they're
that was
trying to
the
make the game
idea.
more epic from the start.
Yeah, I see
Right.
that.
So,
But
It's
the
trying to
the
make sure that what happened in 3.5 and earlier doesn't happen again, which is that you literally can't do anything until level 4.
well, you know the role play reasoning behind that though in the old games, when you started as a level one character, you were a new
Yeah,
adventurer.
you're a
Period.
normal person
Right, you were a
who
normal
decided
person.
to pick up a sword.
Right. In this
Right.
game, in
This
this
game, you're
one,
coming into it as a hero.
right, you've
Whoa!
already become the town hero. So now
That
you're
would
moving
depend
out.
on how you let your players make their characters. See, like what I do is to make sure everybody has a feel. Okay, this is you just finally beginning your adventure. I make all my players take point by, and if I feel it's not necessary, I do not let my players take variant human. And that
Yeah,
is like,
I banned variant human in the non-official thing
Yeah,
that I
I
DM'd.
can see why banning variant team would be a good thing.
hey, at least
A
when
lot
I
of
took one, I
people,
took one that was more for RPing than battle.
Well, no,
I
I
just
a
get.
lot of a lot of people a lot of people ban 3 things, and those 3 things are variant human, the lucky feat, and the sharpshooter feat.
Half orc.
Oh, does anybody have the
Half orc.
lucky feat?
Nobody
No,
has the lucky feat.
Oh,
If I
okay,
was a
so
rogue, you best believe I would have the lucky feat.
But no, it's a you know, regardless of whether you're gonna ban it or how you run your game, they designed this to be like, okay, well, you guys have already worked for the guard for so long, or you've
yeah,
already
yeah,
yeah.
done something. So you're more than just an average person. Your stats say you're more than average. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
No, I totally understand that. There, it's just like it's a learning curve, and so you just have to bear with me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
cool.
As
Hey,
long
dude,
as huh?
you know what? Okay, I'm running another game, and what the guy does there because he was having the same problem. So what he was doing there is, he was throwing anywhere from like 8 to 10 goblins at a time, and stuff like that. Like there were small, predictable characters that he could kind of manipulate a little bit to be
Uh-huh.
stronger or weaker. But no matter what he did, they were only so strong or only so, weak or whatever. So they weren't like super characters with super moves. They were just basic. He could add a couple more as reinforcements or whatever if it seemed too weak, or he could take a couple out because goblins tend to run away. Things like that. But just until he got the handle on it.
Yeah, I figured that
Alright,
much. Most of
so,
it's going to be more role
Michael.
playing anyway. So, thank you very
Oh,
much,
me.
Lucas.
Michael, I just want to explain to you why I ban Lucky. If you would like to hear it.
Sure.
Okay, so Lucky is that you have 3 luck points. They regenerate after a long rest. This is why it's overpowered. When you make an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw, you can spend 1 luck point to roll an additional d20. You can choose to spend that luck point after you roll the die, but you have to do it before the outcome is determined. You choose which of the d20s is used for the check. So now, basically, let's say I have disadvantage. I spend a luck point, so now I have essentially super advantage, where instead of having disadvantage, so I have 2 and I have to take the lowest one, now I have 3 and I get to take the highest one.
Oh.
Because you choose specifically which one.
So you spend a luck point, which gets back to you every day,
But not
pretty
just
much.
that, you can do it on other creatures' rolls too.
Oh, yeah, okay, I saw that one. Yeah, that would. See, that's the thing. I've read this stuff. It's just seeing it in play is actually quite a bit different
Yeah.
than.
Than just reading it.
Yeah. And so you have to have it. But I hope everybody had fun tonight.
I sure did. This was
The only
solid.
problem I had was the charisma versus players. That's not something that I usually like, because it could really take advantage of another person's playable character, and then they'll end up playing a character that they don't really
Well,
You
yeah,
know,
but
like.
you have no control over that. They can take advantage of whoever they want. It's just dependent
That's
upon
like-
their character.
It's kind of like
Well,
how life
that's
Yeah,
is.
but
no.
like,
But Owen
yeah,
has.
but
I
that's
mean,
that's just unfair to other players, is what I'm
Now,
saying. Like,
the idea though is that the adventurer is a little smarter than the average bear.
right.
So it's
And
hard to
that when that comes to often, like I say, all right, well, he's so and so smarter than you. How do you take this on, or how do you feel about that? And
if
I
you're
actually
just
like
super
let
salty
the
about
player.
failing the saving throw for the Taisha's
I'm,
hideous
I'm,
laughter, like
I mean, no. That's like a spell. Like that's
yeah,
nothing.
that's not what he's talking about. He's talking about the time you were talking to him in the tavern. I know
I know.
exactly. I know exactly
yeah,
what he's talking
no, I
about.
know what he's talking about
I
too.
know his
I
point
was making
too.
a little joke.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
it was the persuasion against him that she had,
Yeah.
that Sylvia
Yeah,
had.
that's like infinite persuasion spells, pretty much. At that
Not
point.
really, because it's bound to fail
It
eventually.
still has to. It has
I
to
mean,
be
yeah,
within
but
reason.
it's-
It's not like
But
I'm
that's
asking you
with
to do
my
something
character.
insane.
But like with my character, it's probably going to always almost.
and
Well,
always.
I'm-
almost always.
Stats and
It
intelligence and
wasn't
wisdom,
even
so,
a
I mean,
real thing. I was
that's-
just playing. Like,
I mean,
you know,
yeah, it
that's
doesn't make
the
sense,
payoff.
but it's
That's the
still
payback.
unfair.
Okay, but that's a judgment call I'll make, and I'll tell you how we're going to run it next week,
All right.
or
Yeah.
when we play next. Okay,
All right.
does that make sense? Because
Yeah.
I understand. I've seen the argument in a lot of games, not just this, in a lot of games about that exact same behavior. So I will make a
Right.
judgment call about that then.
What I do in that situation, and obviously you're gonna do something different, or maybe not. Who the hell knows? Is when that thing kind of happens. Like I can't, because I tend to bind myself by the rules. I can't say no, but I can do some cheeky disadvantages to the person who's trying to take advantage of a member of your own party.
Right.
yeah,
Right?
but
Like,
Yeah.
again, I don't.
kind of make their life a little bit of a hell.
First of all, I'm pretty
They-
sure
they do
that
that on a
asking
regular
someone to
basis.
leave is not really taking advantage of them.
I mean, yeah, but like, we can
that's.
escalate.
And I'm not gonna
Like, if
be
you had
sitting
asked
there
me to
using
leave
my
without rolling,
charisma
I
to
would
make you
have
give
been
me stuff. That's not.
like the way I see it is like if you asked me to leave earlier and like had given me a reason, but all right, why not?
But they
like,
did give you a
saying
reason.
leave.
You were just like being like, no.
Yeah, here's the
So-
thing. I would not have. I would the reason I'm okay with what he did in that situation is
It
because
makes sense for my character.
he did it with the intent of advancing the game. because you
Right.
were essentially grinding the game to a halt. I mean, no offense, but you were by not essentially following orders from the person you're supposed to be following orders from, you ground the play to a halt.
Well, no, all I was trying to do was I was trying to stay in the area so I could also communicate with the other player.
Right, but I had told you
But
to
your
go
but your character
elsewhere,
was
and
also
that
causing
was a
problems
direct
in
order
there.
from your superior.
And you have to remember, my character is a noble who is used to people listening to her, so it would make absolute, complete, perfect
Right.
sense that
It
she would
makes
try to
sense,
do it.
Yeah.
and she was also doing it with the intent to move the game along.
Right.
It wasn't like she
I'm
was just
I'm
trying
not
to do
going
it
to
because
ever
for
go
shits
and
and
try to
giggles.
pull a charisma check on you to make you like do something that is like harmful to your character or something crazy like that. You know, like
Or to grind the game to a halt or
Yeah.
anything like that.
The rules
Right.
wouldn't let you. The rules wouldn't let you do that anyway, because according to the rules, even charm spells can't force a character to do something that's way
Yeah.
out of their morals.
Yeah.
So,
out of their
True.
morals, yeah, and stuff like that, yeah.
And like I said, I'll make a determination
Like the
how to
toxic
use.
hideous laughter thing, like I was perfectly okay with that. I'm definitely fine. My character might not like it personally, but me outside the game, I thought it was fucking
Your
hilarious.
Yeah,
character and my
that's- I-
character, by the way, are going to have a little talk about vengeance next week.
All I said was I'm going to get really serious problems.
All I
Now
said
you're
I was gonna
sit
kill
me-
her. That's it.
Yeah, I was gonna kill her. Like,
yeah, I'm just gonna kill him.
I'm
That's,
just gonna start calling you Gramps because you're just gonna talk to him 24/7.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, me, Gramps? I'm 22.
No,
Still
your
gonna call you
character.
Gramps.
My character's 22.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's
it's
still
meant,
like a.
it's supposed to be
gra-
like a
grandpa.
sarcastic thing, I think.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
All right, well, go to bed, guys. It's late
It's
All right.
5
Alright,
p.m.
guys.
I'm
For
gonna
everybody-
have dinner.
for everybody but Michael. Where it's not late.
I'm gonna have dinner.
Right.
Good time to go out.
It's
All
3
right.
o'clock,
You're
but I'm
on,
probably
guys.
not gonna go to bed till 6 because summer nights are amazing.
Well, you
Go find a
guys,
party.
All right.
you guys have fun. I hope you had fun.
Alright,
I did.
see you guys next week.
We'll see you guys.
Later.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. I'll leave this thing.
Oh, that's that. Yeah.
Just turn it off. You can click, or there's a little phone with an X next to it, and that'll disconnect you from this particular channel and not put you in another
Oh,
one.
okay.
Oh, okay.